Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Yeah.
Did
He said
I
it multiple times.
He did.
Yeah.
What a wiener. What a wiener.
Him or you?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, Anthony's here. That's great.
Yeah.
Love Anthony. It's probably good today, too, because I am.
Well, actually.
Woo! I am, I am on not a lots of sleep. Not. But I'm in that, I'm in that mode where, like, I am so, I feel great. I actually am super energized right now, but that kind of scares me.
Crash to come?
It has to be. I have to crash. Like, I have to. It's got to happen. There's just no way, dude.
You're rooting for it.
Yes, I'm rooting. Yes, I'm tanking. I'm rooting for my own tank right now. I'm trying to see if I can't get into the text line. I want to say hi to everybody, but I know, God, Chris sends me a bunch of stuff, dude. Golly, gee. Yeah, I not a lot of sleep. I'm on a different time zone right now, blah, blah, blue, blue, blue. But I do have story time for you. So, good to be back, and we will talk a lot about things today. Mainly your Sacramento Kings, Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine with that.
A lot of things to talk about, apparently. People are anger.
Are they?
Yeah, they're anger.
Good. Another night where I did not look at the social media. But they were angry in the arena, so it wasn't exclusive to.
No, yeah, exactly.
To that spot.
Very anger. So I was in New York last week. Went over to see our match on Saturday, and I started my journey back Saturday evening. I walked in my door at 3:12 this morning from San Francisco. So that's where we're at right now. I actually extended my alarm till 4:30. I got about an hour. Took a shower, got some clothes, feeling good. But I have to, when I come down on the train, it drops me off at King's Cross Station in London, and then I take it's about depending on traffic, about an hour Uber from King's Cross to Heathrow Airport. So I was in a hotel the night before leaving, and I'm at, and by the way, this is where you know I'm back, because it's 6:04 in the morning on a Monday. I'm about to hit you with a really bad story. Whenever I go over there, the English food messes my system up terribly, right? It's just not great, dude. And I'm off the train, and I'm just kind of chilling, getting ready to, it's a 3-hour train ride, so I'm just stretching, walking around, and all of a sudden, it's the universal, I gotta go. So I ask for, by the way, over there, it's not, I've said this before probably, you don't ask where the bathroom is, it's where the toilets. Everything's toilets. Where we would say restrooms, and that's what the sign would be, it's not. It's toilets. That's what they call it. So I go over to where the toilets are, and there's a line, and they have these little green or red lights above all the stalls. This is a stall visit, not a other visit, right? And like 4 of them are green, and people are still standing in line. And I finally asked him, he's like, yeah, they're kind of out of order, this or that. So this line is not moving. I'm in the line for like 10, 12 minutes. And
nothing like that feeling when you've got to go and you have to wait.
Right. And I actually use this analogy weirdly enough on some of my English friends over the weekend, which probably startled them. But you know, like when you have to go and you're in the car and you have the tank that is the holding tank. Like you got to go, but you'll be fine. You just imminently have to get to the place. But weirdly enough, when you get out of the car and you start walking to your house, whatever is in that tank transfers to a different tank, and that tank is DEFCON 1. Like you no longer like the
That's a speed tank.
That is a speed tank. Yeah. The plotting solution has been loaded, and you have a very limited amount of time because this tank will not hold for long. Well, that's the tank that it was in now. Because my body thought
you made it.
I made it.
Yeah.
Finally, I didn't know what to do, and I'm not this guy. I if you know me, you know I'm not this guy. But I finally went outside and I said to one of the they have a bunch of security guards there, right? And I said to one of the guards, I said, look, I'm really sorry. I have about 1 minute before we all have a mess to clean up. Are there any other toilets in this place? And he goes, and I think he just saw the fear, like legit fear in my eyes. Like I thought,
I've been there.
Right. And so he goes, so come over here. So I go over there and we go like around a corner, and I felt so guilty too. But like, there's one of those like baby changing room bathrooms, you know, for moms and stuff. And he was just
he's not a baby.
I know. And I was so petrified I was going to come out of there and somebody would see me being that guy. Right.
But with 4 kids waiting to get in
100%. Right.
Yeah.
Well, none of that happened. And so that was great. But I'm sitting there like trying. Well, let's just put it this way. I didn't need to worry about going as fast as I could because it was instant.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit the seat, just whatever. So anyways, finish up and then finish the aftermath, you know, so I can get up. But then I get up, and some of the bathrooms over there, they don't have like your traditional flushers, right? They have this a little pull chain. Okay. Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know where this is going.
So I see the little pull chain. It's a string with a little rubber thing on the bottom. So I pull it. And all of a sudden, wing, 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 wing. I'm like, what? And all of a sudden, sir, and are you okay? And I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Like flashing lights, wing, wing, wing. And I'm like, what? And he goes, you pulled the emergency cord. It was a cord for like if you're in duress. And I can't. I said, well, how do I turn it off? And he goes, you. I have to turn it off. So I'm like, oh my God, because I still can't find the flushy thing, and there's no top seat on the toilet to push it down at least.
You're showing your work.
All of it.
Yeah. And
I'm freaking petrified. And so I hear him rattling to like come in with his key. So I jam over there and I like you got to understand, the string is just, if you're facing the toilet, it's just to the right of it. I go over there and I unlock it and I immediately back up, and I'm standing in an incredibly small space, like blocking out, like I'm guarding for his benefit. But because I backed up, what I experienced was probably even worse than that. Because I was backing up and facing him, and he was making a beeline in to turn his key so that he could close off the alarm, I saw his face when he walked in there. And in all the commotion, I hadn't realized that it probably smelled like something between a carcass on the road in July that had been there for 3 days and other things. And this poor bastard, dude, I felt so bad. He rushed in, and then not only did I see his face drop, I saw him physically, and when I think he had to, he takes a breath and just, while he's going over there and doing the key and all that, he's like, okay, sir, all set, and jams out of there. I was like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. So I finally find the flusher. I flush it. I wash my hands. All that.
You walk out and the guy's face down.
Dude, so here's the thing. So I had my backpack up on the little hanging thing. So I'm searching through that. I don't have any English money on me, and I don't even know if this is the right thing to do because they don't tip over there. Like at all. Like there's no tipping. You pay for your meal, and I've asked way too many times. Like, well, where do I sign? Oh no, so that won't be necessary. Like the tipping culture is not what it is here. So I'm looking, all I can think of is I'm looking through, I have a little pocket in my backpack that I keep like some American dollars in for an emergency. I'm like, I need to find something. And I find a $10 bill. I'm like, I don't even know if, I'm sure this is abnormal, but I just wanted to go outside and just be like, I'm so sorry for all of that. Thank you so much. Because this is the same guy that let me in here, whatever.
For your troubles.
I know, I didn't even know what, for your horror that you. So anyways, I open the door. I'm like, oh, this is like legit a walk of shame, right? I go out there. He was gone. It was somebody else, which is cool. I never had to face him. But passed. Right. But, right. But Alistair or, Richard or whatever your English name is probably. Thank you. Pip, pip, cheerio, and all that stuff. So that was that.
You should hear how he tells the story.
Oh, my God. Talk about, ruining a whole country. Like, we already don't have the best reputation with everybody over there, but oh my goodness gracious. So,
you might have started a war.
But honestly, that was a whole different revolution. Yeah. That was a 4th of July. So anyways, there's that. And then Jason.
Yeah.
I thought this might be fun. Because I got home yesterday so late, I actually had this in my car this morning. And I thought it might be fun because I always talk about overpacking. So there's the stuff I pack in my checked baggage, right? This is the bag that I carry with me everywhere. This is the bag that I spent. I had a long layover yesterday. I called you. I had a 9-hour layover. It turned into a 10.5-hour layover because of delays in Boston. Mm-hmm. I'd never been to Boston other than the airport. I went on a water taxi and Faneuil Hall and the Freedom Trail and did as much as I could. All the places I tried to go eat had lines out the door. So the sad thing is I finally ended up getting clam chowder and a cheeseburger at, I think it was called Capital Burger because it was just open. Wasn't the best ending for that. And I was really tired of walking and super hungry. But part of it is I'm carrying this thing around. So I wanted to bring it in for 2 reasons. Number one, here. Just
come on.
So that's
who's in there?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Jason. I don't honestly. I don't. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's gonna be fun on the air. This had some. This has Tums in it, but also it had some Advil and then my migraine medicine that I keep with me.
Which is all gone.
Just well, no. See,
I see. Tums.
Little couple little pills right there. But yeah, that's just in case something on the plane, man. I don't want to have a headache. This is a plug I use that I plug into the plug they give me that has all kinds of different thingy-dingies on it, Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, you'll see in a second, I really didn't need. Gotta have hand sanitizer. Okay, so that's fine, right? It's nothing.
You have something in this side pouch here.
Yes, I do. I have my, I had my glasses in there.
He needs his glasses.
I know, right? Okay, so that's that. So this is for the airplane, but also for by my hotel bed or wherever I'm staying, right? This is a lot of people probably have this. This is a little 3-way thing where I can put my AirPods there to charge. My watch goes here. Actually, I need this right now because my watch is dead. And my phone goes there. So I that way you don't need to have everything, and I could just put that on there. These not work? Oh, they do. And then I didn't realize I did this because my watch is dead. I didn't have this last night. I could charge my watch. And then I have a very long USB cord so that if I want to like charge my phone but still read it or whatever, it's always good to have a long USB cord. I love the look on your face right now. I have a little pouch. That's the one that had my money. I've got in my passport. Okay. Some gum because Jason, when you're whoa, that was cool. Sorry, I threw the gum down. It stood up. Because when you're landing, right? Sometimes it hurts your ears, so I have gum to help if my ears hurt. Okay. A bunch of old tickets. I have.
Can't throw those out?
No. Credit card.
Well, that's a
driver license. What?
The credit cards.
What's wrong with it? Because it's mirrory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it a metal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah.
I think the rest of that money, and then.
You haven't even gotten into the meat of the backpack.
I sure haven't. Here is my charger. Here's my charger for my ring. Okay. 2 lip balms.
Okay.
They give you these packets when you get on the plane, and I just always keep them.
What are those, your earbuds?
And then and my AirPods, which I might as well charge. Okay. All right, so there's that. Okay. It's not bad so far, right? It's just normal travel stuff.
Sure. This one seems a little bulky, the 3-thing charger.
These are my
goggles.
These are my glasses that I wear that can plug into either my phone or my video game system. And you
wear that on the plane?
Well, no, this is my backup. Like because sometimes it gives me a headache, but it if you're like playing a video game, it makes it into like a giant screen in your glasses, which is super cool, but also you look kind of stupid. But I look stupid anyways. So I have that.
Did you use that on the trip?
I used it in my room a couple times watching a movie. It's actually really cool for movies, but not I shouldn't take that.
Okay.
This is my
boombox?
No, that's my thing for this is my little video game system that I have. Why did you give me that look? It's
how often
I have one of those too.
You have a Steam Deck?
Yeah, Steam Deck.
How often did you use that?
I used
on the plane. Was it only plane?
No, I use that in my room
a lot.
A lot. I didn't
How's it called a Steam Deck?
Because the company that makes it's called Steam, and then it's a deck. Gotta have a controller. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is really cool because I did this on the plane on the way back because I was getting into this one game, right? So I know this is super ridiculous, but okay. So what happens here is I have an external monitor that I can plug my Steam Deck into or my phone, right? And then I put that up on my tray, and then I can play video games or watch a movie on that. And it's better than the regular TV. And it just plugs in. It's just a USB thing.
You have that charger?
It's a USB-C.
Oh.
So it's just regular USB-C. But I'm glad you asked because you have to have an organizer for all your cords. So this is if I ever run out of cords, I have that one, and then I have that one that has like all kinds of different USB style, like long ones, short ones, USB-C to USB-C, all that. Because organization is the key.
Yep.
This is my first charger. This will charge my phone 12 times. Feel it, how heavy it is. It's pretty heavy.
Oh, wow. But different than that phone charger.
Yeah, much different. No, but that's my to-go charger if I needed, or like whatever.
Have you ever been that guy and brought all this out on the plane?
No.
Like just played video, like first class, just
I
got a TV.
No,
I hope so.
I'll play. No, yesterday I had on the way back, I had this open and was playing, I was playing video games and then the regular, and then I had my phone on Red Zone and then I had I was going to be like this all day, by the way. The plain screen that was on I like the map that shows you where you are. So I did have 3 screens going yesterday, but I'm not obnoxious about it. I know it sounds like I'm obnoxious about it, but I never mess with the people next to me. This I like. This I got on the trip to Austria last year. It's a little thing that you spray to refresh. It moisturizes your face. Want to try?
Sure.
Come on. It just feels moisture. See?
My eyes.
You're not supposed to keep your eyes open. You held it way too far away.
Tanaka.
Yeah, got that. Okay, you
know what?
Right?
I'm refreshed.
See?
Yeah.
You're gonna love this one. So you know they have the little twisty thing up top that for the fan?
Yeah.
The fan that shoots down on you? No, sir. Not me, buddy. How great is that? It's just a little USB fan. And it's got a little stand. You put it right there.
You can't possibly have all of this out at one time.
No.
How is that not hitting your neighbor?
Listen to how hardcore it is. Huh?
How is that not hitting your neighbor?
Because I know I'm doing, listen, because I don't want this to get aggregated either. Let me be really clear about this. On my kids, I will not put anything up or do anything that disturbs, if I have a neighbor, because sometimes on the international flights you have like the pod thingies. Oh. But if I have somebody see.
Did you this time?
On 3 of the 4 legs. I didn't on the way back. I did not. I had somebody next to me, but I just slept on that one. I pretty much just slept.
And the equipment rested.
And the equipment, yes. It was, yeah. Although I did have to, poor lady, she was an older lady who was sitting next to me. I did have to go over her at one point because I had to go pee. And I tried to hold it, but I
like to do, but yeah.
I don't
either.
I don't, but I had to. I wouldn't have made it. It was like I was in Ohio and I really had to go. And
you knew that because of the map.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. I knew how our altitude and all that. I will never, and by the way, that includes the screens. So I will turn my screens towards, I will make sure, I'm obsessed with it. I do not want to be, they might look over at some point and go, wow, he's a nerd. That's fine. But like, I never encroach. And in fact, I always like if there's a divider thingy with like, not an armrest, but like a little whatever in between us, like I leave that for them. I won't, I've got enough crap. I'm never going to encroach on them in any way, shape, or form. I promise. Okay, here's
we're not done.
Yeah, so this is the second charger, but this also goes with my glasses.
Really, the third charger.
Oh yeah. No, that's a good point. Okay, so
you do love LA.
Why?
LA Chargers.
That's a great point. Uh-huh. This is my Steam Deck charger, which is it charges it the fastest.
Why are those not in the cable organizers?
Good point, Anthony.
I don't have any room.
We need a bigger cable
organizer.
organizer.
Another one of those.
I need to get rid of these.
You need a backpack for your cable organizer.
I do. Okay, so this, though.
No, this is the key?
This is the key. So this just plugs in, right, to the regular old plug, right? But look at all the USB ports. And
again, how is it different than this one? Just more options?
No, because look at the plug. That's for Europe. So I have to plug that into the wall, and then I have to plug this into that.
Oh, you're from Europe.
Yeah. See, that one, but it also usually works on international flights. But when I'm in Europe, I have to plug that one in to plug this in. And then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 regular plugs, and then there's 3 USB and 2 USB-C plugs. So
for all your chargers.
Well, yeah, because I got to recharge and make sure I'm charged up before I go. I put them all on the desk so they could charge before the night happens. Or the morning happens.
A pen.
A pen. I thought I had another charger in here.
Yeah, I mean, you seem light. I feel like you left something behind. No charger left behind.
Well, I think that might be it. So really not as bad as you probably thought. Or is it worse than you thought? Is it worse?
Yeah.
The monitor's crazy.
I'm with you.
Really?
Yeah, the monitor's crazy. That's
too far? Where are you on the fan, Anthony?
I think the fan's crazy to bring out on I feel like that takes up the whole tray.
Yeah.
You put that down, then you can't really use
This?
Yeah.
No, because it clips into the
Seat back?
the pulley thing.
Oh,
yeah,
so it's like right on your face.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that. Plus, if I
Okay.
try, it helps me sleep. I've actually gotten a lot better at sleeping on planes. A lot because of this, because I have sleep apnea, and if the wind's in my face, it helps me.
So the most I can imagine you having out is possibly the fan with the big screen, the Steam Deck, your glasses, the controller. Is that kind of the most?
If I have the screen out, I put the glasses. I leave the
Okay.
because there's
So,
no
but the
reason.
screen,
Yeah.
Steam Deck, controller. Yeah, I mean, most of them are chargers.
Yeah, exactly. Like all this and like a lot of this is just chargers. Like I might have that out too.
You know what you don't? Oh, well, I guess you have earbuds. You don't have headphones?
No, because they give you headphones. They give you headphones.
And they work with all your stuff?
No, but I use my AirPod. No, but I'll use their headphones with their movie because I can't connect my AirPods to it. Like,
but is the audio good enough for your video games?
Oh, it's the great. Oh, with the AirPods. Oh, it's really good. It's better. No, I really.
You don't want like noise canceling.
They are noise. My AirPods are noise. Yeah, you hold the little twig and the arm of the AirPod, and it can either noise cancels or it makes it so you can listen to music and hear around you too. It's like a pass through something. Want some lip balm?
No, thanks.
Okay, I haven't used it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I would think, what did I forget? Oh, everything.
That's what I'm saying. That's the stress that goes into all this, and then this all goes back into my place at home that I have. All right, we got it.
Super convenient.
It is. So, anyways, I thought that would be a fun exercise, and it does tell me that I might have a packing problem. It's actually better than it used to be. Because you're so far away from home, you don't know what you're going to need.
And
Jason.
you forgot your clothes.
I like this fan. It's nice, actually. I should bring this regularly because then you can have it hot, like my wife. You know how she likes it. You guys are both hot.
Not me, generally. It's just this particular. It's warm in here today, though.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, look. You know what else is warm in here? It's going to be the show.
Yeah, it is.
We got a lot of stuff going on. Let me grab everything here in this pile that I'm not going to play down.
Can you see it?
When we come back, big college football weekend, especially locally. That's going to be fun. We're going to talk Kings. 10 games
Absolutely.
in. We're gonna have some grading going on, and also people aren't happy with Doug, and so we're going to talk about that too.
Okay.
Matt Barrels will join us at 9. Coach Cory Close of UCLA women's basketball playing today, I think, at the Old One Center. Tonight, she's going to join us at 9:30 as well. We got Monday Night Football. We got a lot to get to, Jason. All right?
I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, we're back.
Will you be packed up by the time we come back?
Absolutely not. I'll do that while we're talking in the next segment. We'll sit back, relax, enjoy the Monday program right here on Sactown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The holidays can be a time of increased stress for those struggling with opioid or stimulant addiction. They can also be a time for pause, reflection, opportunity, and new beginnings. This holiday season, choose treatment and recovery. Embrace the company of family and friends and create special moments. Find a proven opioid or stimulant addiction treatment provider near you at choosechangeca.org.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip, if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
The holidays are here, full of joy, family, friends, and yes, a little hustle and bustle. That's why you need Aleve. Between cooking, shopping, and all those extra errands, aches and pains can sneak in. Aleve is here to help with long-lasting body pain relief. Don't let body pain slow you down. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, you can keep up with the season's magic and all that awaits. Pick up Aleve and get back to what really matters, making memories. Use as directed.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home with a 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
I should just leave all this in here like this just to make Jason Ornelas mad.
Yeah.
But
and Alan will be
like, I'll be like, what? What is this? Wonder how many of these things Alan could name.
I would fail. Monitor, fan, gum.
Hey, look, there you go, Campeo. Fans in studio. See? Told you we'd do it. No breakfast necessary. Last thing I'll say, by the way, I was thinking about this on the way downstairs. I don't want to jinx it, which I am. I've only been stopped in security once with this bag.
Really?
Wouldn't you think that like they'd be like, what is this man have? I don't know how they figure it out. I don't know if that worries you about security or not, but one time, and then I had to go through the whole, it was like 20 minutes and explain what everything was, and then I was just like, I'm in radio.
Now you can show them the first segment of the show.
Actually, that's not. Here's everything that's in my bag. Well, you know, Jason.
What's in your bag?
Sac State guy in their bag over the weekend.
They did.
Do you like that?
I did.
Against the stupid Vikings.
Yeah, stupid Vikings.
You did a road trip as well. Not quite as far as my road trip.
I
but still,
had the same bag as you did.
You had the exact same. By the way, if you ever want to borrow any of this for the road,
I wouldn't even know what to do.
I have Street Fighter 2 on my Steam Deck.
Do you?
Yes, I also have Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
What else? So far, you haven't sold me yet. Maybe that one.
I can't. I have a lot of games and a lot of what's called emulated legally games, like Nintendo 64 games, Star Fox, Galaga. I have Galaga. You like Galaga? No?
It's fine.
Donkey Kong. Anyway,
there we go.
Got a lot
Pac-Man?
of
Donkey Kong?
Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Super
Yes.
Pac-Man, Baby Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man's the best.
Yeah, Miss Pac-Man is the best.
Yeah.
Which, oh wait, you didn't live there. Who was that? Hasseltine, Sherritts, and who? Oh, Dan.
Dan. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Dan. Yeah, that's right. And they had a Miss Pac-Man Galaga machine in there.
At the place where we played all that cornhole. They had a tabletop game.
That's
I was the one that was
right.
always playing Miss
You
Pac-Man.
were.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to one of those parties at that place? With Hasseltine, had a whistle around his neck, and would take a Boda bag around, and if he saw you, he'd call. He'd wear a referee. This is Memphis Grizzlies play-by-play voice, Eric Hasseltine, and he would have a whistle and a referee shirt at these parties. There'd be like 50 people there, and he'd be the guy that roll around. If he saw you, he'd blow the whistle, point at you, and then you had to take a shot of God knows what was in the Boda bag. Those were fun times. Those were great.
Great time to be alive.
Great time to be alive. Great time to be alive if you're a Hornets fan though. Stingers were all the way up.
So that was a team they played this weekend. Portland State had been struggling, so you just had to get through. Make sure you didn't screw around, right? Make sure you took care of business, and they did. They went up there, really never in serious jeopardy. A couple times the game got a little close, but dominant performance for them.
So give us a mini overview, if you will, on where are we at with the Hornets for the year?
Okay.
What are they trying to do? What can they do? What's got to happen?
Well, 24 teams make the FCS playoffs. There's an automatic bid, which they will not get. You have to win the Big Sky.
Okay.
And so they have 2 conference losses. You still have Montana and Montana State without a conference loss, and UC Davis has just 1 conference loss. So, they still have an outside chance of this. But they're trying to get one of the at-large bids, and 6-4 right now, that's not going to be enough. But if they win this week, 7-4. If they win the Causeway, that gets them to 8-4, and I think their argument's pretty good for them. Now, you're still relying on other people.
Yeah.
Basically, the way the committee looks at it, they look at your FCS wins. Well, all 8 would be in the FCS level. You don't really get penalized for playing up, so you could argue that they'd be 8-3, losing to Nevada, even though Nevada, unfortunately, is not very good, and the Hornets gave that game away. But
come on,
that's part of it. So, and they would have won, I think, they would have gone 8-2 in their last 10 games. So, I mean, they still have to win out. That's basically the point.
I don't think I'm going to like the Causeway Classic this year.
Yeah, now Davis won this week, which was good for them.
Yes.
They really needed that win, and so they have the one less game, right? I'm wondering if that Mercer game that they played, that did not count.
No, they didn't play it.
Is going to be a factor. So UC Davis now is, Sac State 6-4. They're 7-2. They have one less game played. They play a very tough game this week on the road at Montana State.
But they win that game.
They're definitely in. They might be in now, but if they lose, they're 7-3. The Causeway could have a lot on it, or will have a lot on it. So,
I don't like that.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in that game. But I think UC Davis has put themselves in pretty good position.
I've never been in a situation, I think, in my life, where you have a rivalry game, and I legitimately am rooting for both teams. I hate that answer.
Yeah.
And I hate people that like, come on, man, pick a side.
Right.
That's not mine. But this probably the exception.
Now if Davis were to win this week, I don't think if they lost us, that's probably what you could root for. Root for Davis to win this week.
Okay.
Which would be a bit of an upset.
And then Sac State to win the Causeway.
And if they win both weeks, then I think you're going to have both teams in.
Okay. Well, I'm going to root for Davis anyways to win, but then to win this week.
Right.
And then if they win, then that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, then I think they're at 8-2. If they lost to Sac State at 8-3, I don't see how they're not in.
A big road win for them, by the way, in that stupid Kibby Dome.
In the Kibby Dome. You asked Coach Plow to do it, and they did it.
Hate the Kibby Dome.
Yeah.
And then another interesting one. College football this year is weird.
It is weird. Just to see who's in the top 10 in the FBS. I watched a lot of the end, I should say, of the Indiana-Penn State game. Credit to Penn State for really giving them a scare, but an amazing finish to that game.
I also have never rooted for college football, and this is the strangest year of college football I've ever dealt with. It's not even close because Florida State is dumb. They started out with the big win over Alabama, who's now number 4.
Yeah.
And Florida.
That's still their only loss, right?
It is their only loss, yes. Florida State's not even good enough to be in the others receiving votes. But also, My daughter's team is now depending on the poll, number 17, number 18.
Yeah, in mine, I have them out.
You have them out?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, friend. I have found myself rooting for that. I am now officially rooting for USC losses. Here's why.
I know why.
You know why.
Yeah.
Because I never thought about it, but the better they do, the later in the year their bowl game is. And the later in the year their bowl game, what I'm terrified of, I need them to have like a December 13th bowl. Because Christmas break is coming up, and we have plans for Christmas break like we always do with the kids. And if yes, I'm being selfish, if they go into like a Christmas or after bowl, she's probably on the road with them, and then no Avery for Christmas or New Year's.
What about they also have basketball going on?
Yeah, it's like not optional. A volunteer, but optional. And then over the week.
What if she says, Daddy, I want to go to the game. I like sports games.
Yeah, and then the answer is Avery, tough took us.
Wow.
You're coming home late.
I'm an adult now.
No, we've had that conversation.
Oh, she's not?
She's an adult when I'm not paying for it. We had that conversation when she was 16 and 17. We had it when she was 16.
I was a kid then.
I reminded her of it when she was 17. Don't think because she has other friends who are like, oh, he turned 18, and now you can say all the swearing you want, and you can do whatever, and he doesn't have to listen to his parents. I'm like, yo, just so you know, that's not how it works. When you're not being paid for by me, you're an adult, whether you're 18 or 29, dude. I don't care. Like, we own you. Sorry. Not own you, but you know what I mean. Well, no, pretty much. Like, when you're off the teat, as you would say, then, yeah. By the way, Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood Mac played over the weekend, and I know this won't work on the radio or the YouTube, but there's the view from her glasses as she was banding, and Mick was just to her right.
How was that the view from her glasses? They were recording?
Yeah, that was her 18th birthday present. I got these Ray-Bans that when you hit the button, they'll record your view for up to a minute. So I got them specifically for this. So she's wearing these glasses, looking left, looking right. I put it on Twitter if y'all follow me, which you shouldn't. And that was her POV, if you will. And she actually appreciates the whole Mick Fleetwood thing. You would think, well, she's way too young for Fleetwood Mac, but we are big Fleetwood Mac fans, and she likes them. She likes throwback bands. And anyway, she probably out of the entire freaking band was the most freaked out that Mick Fleetwood was there, because she grew up watching them play Tusk at the end of their big live show, the dance that we used to watch all the time. So anyways, that's college football.
Okay.
And my kids' experience in college football. Always got to bring it home. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's get into an audio recap. Yeah, the Kings played. This is going to be one of them Kingsaholics Anonymous Mondays, I think. We're all here now except Chris, but that's fine because he just been like, nee. So I think we need to have a talk. We need to have kind of an updated talk with the audience on what we're doing, what we're not doing, what the team is doing, what the team is not doing. And I don't like all the things. Doug's taken a lot of shots already. And I want to try to do the best I can to tiptoe around it by saying there are definitely things Doug is not doing correctly, in my opinion, but also it's kind of not his fault. So, anyways, get ready for that. We can all yell at each other. Kings audio recap next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine. and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Not sure what to get him this holiday? You can't go wrong with a gift from Untuck It. Every guy wants to unwrap our best-selling, wrinkle-free, and performance styles. From polished shirts for holiday parties to cozy layers for family photos, you'll find everything he needs to look sharp and feel comfortable all day and night. So, get a head start on your holiday gift list. Early holiday sale happening now. Find the perfect gift for everyone on your list at untuckit.com and more than 80 stores worldwide. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn, untucked.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
All right. Hey, if we got to go through it, you got to go through it. It's last night. It's look, if this was one of those games, I think a lot of people felt like, well, they're probably not going to win. I mean, they were 5.5-point dogs, I think. They weren't supposed to win. But one of those games where it's like, okay, like the OKCs and the Denvers and maybe this is the sneaky one.
Yeah. Just last week, the Kings record wasn't great last week either, but I was thinking, you know what? The early calling card, Dave, is this team is competing.
Right.
Like, look, they've lost these games. They've been in all of them. I'm happy about that.
Right.
And then these two games happened over the weekend where they were not in a spot in either one. I mean, you can't even go, well, no, they were out of these games in the second half.
Out of them.
Out.
Just completely out of them. They were not competitive. And hey, here, I'll tell you what. Jason, I'm going to narrow this down here. We're going to do one highlight from each quarter and then the final call.
From last night?
From last night. How about that? We'll shorten it up. I do have a question about this. Here's a DeMar DeRozan 4-point play. And it's right here. And it's
flat ups.
Nope. And it's playing. And it is playing. Do we have it up there, Anthony?
Yeah, it should be up.
It should be up.
Program.
Well, it's playing on my end.
Here, I'll bring up the PC instead.
Okay, I have everybody turned up. Yeah, I got everything.
Well, now try it again. It stopped.
Let's try it again. Okay, let's try it. This kind of like the game last night, by the way. All right.
Takes the shot,
there we go.
Kicks it out to DeRozan for 3. He's fouled and he scored. He landed awkwardly as he came down on the foot of the defender.
Okay. This might be sleep deprivation. I'm not sure, but I was confused about this. So DeMar DeRozan shoots at 3, hits at 3, comes down on foot, fouled. He's fouled on the play, which gives him an opportunity for a 4-point play. And they determined that was a flagrant foul. A flagrant foul is one shot, and then you retain possession of the ball. So and then they said you have 2 shots to make 1.
Yeah, which is weird.
Why was it not a 5-point play?
Well, because I don't think it's 2 shots to make 1. So you got the and 1, but you also get the I don't think you get both in that situation.
Shouldn't you? Like, if he got fouled, and then it was
Well, the foul's the flagrant.
The foul's the flagrant. I feel like it should be a 5-point play. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but I was watching. I'm like, give him both.
Well, either way, I thought good. He made the first free throw, so that's fine. That's 4. Maybe they hit a 3 and make this a 7-point possession.
Yeah.
And they turn the ball over.
And they turned the ball over. 7-point possession would have been nice. So that was cool. Kings had the lead. Looking good.
Wow.
They could pull this out.
What's going to stop them?
Well, here's, I said 4 highlights, 1 from each quarter. I meant 5 highlights, 4 from the first half. We don't have any. I'm not going to play.
That's actually promising for the Kings.
Yeah, I'm not going to play 3rd and 4th quarter. I'll play the final call. Here's Zach LaVine.
Shovels in the paint, broken up by Westbrook. It's grabbed by LaVine. 3 seconds to go. Stops, launches a 35-footer. Scores it. 0.2 of a second to go. Zach LaVine from deep downtown takes us to the end of the first quarter.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Let's stay in the second quarter. Still a good game. And Malik Monk off the bench. Congratulations. There's a new baby Malik out there. Congratulations to him and his partner. I saw the pictures they put out. Super cute and long and long and great life and all the happiness in the world and all those things that you're supposed to say. And we truly do mean it. And Malik's a great guy. Here's Malik with a miss. And Sabonis says, I got your back.
Inbounds pass goes to Monk. High screen Sabonis. Malik drives it to the left. Goes up and down. Misses. Put in by Sabonis, however, from the low right side. Great move by Malik to get there low left, but he didn't get the bounce. Sabonis cleaned it up.
First chat comment from the day. Jess is in here.
Hey, Jess.
We like her, also 2-timer, but we'll leave that alone right now. She says, are we dressed like M&Ms? That's
M&Ms.
I don't know, because I'm bright red, but you're just kind of blue. You're UCLA-ish blue. Ha! Very funny, Jess. Okay, and then, well, this is a former King highlight. Dante DiVincenzo with a dunk. Dante.
To Conley, right wing for 3. No good. Stick back attempt. Dante DiVincenzo scores it. 59-45. This one's getting away from the Kings. That's a 10-0 run now on the part of the Timberwolves.
Disappointed, G-Man.
It was 49-45. Now it's 59-45. It's going the wrong way.
Kings are leaking oil. They, that oil pipe burst. They leaked all the oil. Here's the final call from the legendary Gary Gerald.
So, Keon Ellis going to try a transition 3, scores it. That makes it 142 to 115, and most likely that'll be our final score. 7 seconds left in this one. Dillingham brings it into the front court, gives it off, and Baron J took it to the rim and scored it. That elicits boos from Kings fans. He looked over his shoulder and oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. Long lead pass, quick layup to beat the buzzer. Is scored by Nick Clifford. So our call of what we thought would be the final score turned out to be dead wrong, Jason, because each team ended up scoring after we thought 7 seconds to.
That would have been super funny if you were like, that's right, G-Man, let's not do that again. You just flash on him.
What have I just said? And they covered the spread.
That would have been even better. Right.
So there's that.
There's that.
I think that was the appropriate amount of calls to play.
I 100% agree with you. So here's what's going on. It says that we're breaking at 6:56, but that doesn't jive with the break time here. So I'm assuming we're breaking here in about a minute. We do not have enough time to dive into this, and I want anybody to have premature Kings elation. Okay, so 3 for Madness is next, and it's a full half hour. And our final question is really let's talk about it. We've also got some post-game audio we can get to, maybe 1 or 2 there, but also at 8 o'clock we'll have that for you. 916-339-1140 is your text line. 1-800-920-1140 is your phone line if you want to sound off. And then you can always chat. Just go to YouTube, Sactown Sports, and chat with everybody who's in there. And we appreciate, as always, each and every one of you coming in and saying hello. Also, De'Aaron Fox made his debut over the weekend. 24 points in a win. That'll just add some sprinkles to the Sunday we're eating this year, by the way. I can see that happening. The 7-2 Spurs, I believe.
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right. All right.
For them.
So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back. For those of you really wanting to get into Kings, that's what we that's what we do at the top of the hour. There have been some more betting allegations in sports. The NFL lost a longtime commissioner. I'm trying to think, probably the longest commissioner of yours in my lifetime, I think. And then, of course, we are 10 games into the season for the Kings. Let's talk about expectations and what we're looking at here. And we'll hear from you guys as well. We'll take a break. It's Dave, it's Jason, it's Anthony, and for Christopher Loud. We're right back after this.
Tomorrow night, Kings and Nuggets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner.
Starts at 6:30 with tip-off at 8. Listen to your Sacramento Kings.
On the official home of Kings basketball, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When the Kings light up the court, Sacramento lights up the night, and it all leads to Revival at the Sawyer. All November long, show your Sactown Sports app and enjoy buy one, get one half-off beverages. From pregame anticipation to postgame celebration, Revival is the rooftop for true fans with elevated views, unbeatable energy, and that signature Sacramento spirit that connects us all. Revival at the Sawyer, where the city and the team both rise. Reserve your table today at revivalsacramento.com. Offer valid once per visit per person.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sactown Sports 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Hey, speaking of Phoenix, Jason, you know what I hope we can do this year?
What's that?
Go to Phoenix.
Yeah?
I missed that trip. We have so much fun.
We do.
We really do. Say what you want about the A's, all the bleh with the A's, but they've always treated us amazing, and just from a pure access and baseball point of view have always been so sweet to us and let us bring you guys some super cool interviews. And then on a personal note, we got to find a place with cornhole.
Yes.
So we can have a rematch. And then
a place for all your chargers.
and then we got to bring our clubs.
Yeah.
Play a little golf.
Yep.
What's the one I like that starts with a P? Popocam? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I
think we played it before together.
Yeah, just once.
That one.
Yeah, I have no idea the name of it.
Well, there's other golf courses in Phoenix, probably.
There's a 1 or 10.
1 or 10. 3 for Madness. Question 1, please.
We have more betting allegations in sports, this time in Major League Baseball. How big of a problem do you think gambling in sports really is?
Okay, so this is a great question because when stuff like this happens, one of the things that really bothers me is that it really opens the floodgates for conspiracy theories. And a lot of the reactions that I see are like, duh, it's been like this forever. It's all fixed. Maybe I'm just naive. But Jason, and I don't like playing this card because there's no way to play it without sounding like a ding-dong. You and I have covered sports our entire lives. We've been around these people our entire lives. We've had personal, private conversations with these people our entire adult lives. Like, the amount, and I always say this, of people that would need to keep it quiet, the trust, all the things that would have to happen on a ridiculous scale is crazy. But you have the bang of the cans with the Astros. You have this stuff now for like nothing, for like $5,000, $7,000 for these guys that are making millions of dollars. Like, what I'm not doing is I'm not wagging a finger at people that are saying it's all. I don't blame them for thinking that. I do think it's somewhere not even in the middle. I think it's more on the, I think there's more. I don't think this is it. I think the advent of getting in bed with gambling has increased it. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I also, and again, maybe I'm just being naive, I also look at this stuff much like the UFC allegations, and I go, okay, but also the system's kind of working too. Like, they're finding this stuff out, they're exposing it, and hopefully that will do a lot to disseminate a lot of this as well.
What's a little bit concerning to me, I have no idea how rampant it would be, but if you look at what has been reported on the last couple of things, if we go back to something as simple as Terry Rozier or even Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, I'm forgetting his name right now. But
Dante Porter?
It might be right.
Yeah.
Something as simple, Dave, as like minutes played.
Right.
And where they could have an impact and go, yeah, I'm done, or something's bothering me. And so it's like, I think generally I'm thinking of, they missed that play on purpose. They helped that team lose or not cover or not get enough points over, under, whatever. I think that's where a lot of people go. The baseball one, there was allegations of like a third inning first pitch being a ball.
And one of them was, did you see the clip where it was supposed to be, he threw a ball in the dirt, and who was it, Pages? The guy in the Dodgers still swung at it and cost a bunch of people. Like, the dude bounced it in the dirt, and he still swung at it.
And you're just going, wait, we're talking about the beginning of an inning pitch that's not going to have really any impact in the game. So now if you're getting into that nuance,
that's right.
You're like, don't get a rebound on a free throw. It's like, we're doing this, not, hey, miss the putt, miss the last field goal, miss the, whatever it might be that has an impact on the win. Like that's a little bit alarming to me on the real subtleties it is right now.
Well, and it's like, well, what can you do to make sure this doesn't happen? Obviously, get out of bed with the gambling.
Yeah.
That's not happening, or at least not anytime soon. It would be, I would say this, if I'm the big sports, I would say this, anybody we're involved with, no more prop bets. I know that's easier said than done, but like, dude, take away the prop bets.
Right.
No prop. Or if you're going to keep the prop bets, cool, max of $5, which they already limit prop bets. You can't bet like $100,000 on that, but like legit, make it silly. Like with the national anthem going over or under, you can't bet more than, I don't know, $50, $100 maybe. And yes, I know they can do it a bunch of times, but okay, you can get 100 people to all bet just severely limit or get rid of the prop bets. That's number one. Number two, here's another one. Make it a standard in every athlete's contract. As long as you're playing the game, you're not allowed to gamble at all on anything. You're not allowed to play. You're not allowed to go in a casino, dude, and gamble. You're not allowed to play blackjack. You're not allowed to play poker, because a lot of these things, my big worry is these guys are competitive. Going all the way back to Michael Jordan and even before that, that's a high for them, but they don't always win. So, you're $4 million in debt to the Bellagio, and, Mikey and Johnny come over and say, well, here's a way for you to make it right, and you have exposure there. Dude, they already have it where if you're in your contract, like, Jason, you signed with the Kings. Well, goodbye to your jet skiing.
Right.
Goodbye to your regular skiing. They have different things in there. Here, it's real simple, dude. While you're playing, you can't gamble.
Card games on the plane?
It is all tied together.
Even something as simple as you and I are going through shoot around. $1,000, I make this half court shot.
Right.
Whatever. Well, no. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that would be policed.
You know what would actually be a really fun interview? I don't know if he'd talk about it or not. I wouldn't blame him for not talking about it. I'm sure we're going to have Mike Bibby on the show, talk Sac State basketball. Yeah. Mike was like the king of taking money off of people and shoot around. And that's public. Like, we've had, like, Francisco Garcia used to say he'd cheat him and all that stuff and laugh about it. Like, that's a public story that goes way back. Mike would rake in the dough and shoot around doing just that. I think Mike, I wouldn't blame him if he didn't want to put his hand in that cookie jar, but if he wanted to talk about it, like, just the whole thing overall, like, because in Mike's case, like, yeah, Mike would do like shoot around and playing cards on the plane, but it wasn't. There's that level, which is friendly and fun. Maybe not levels of money we would bet, but friendly and fun. You never heard anything other than it was fun and competitive. And then you have, like, you get to the Gilbert Arenas level of like serious betting and crap talking and debt and all that. And anyway, Question 2, please.
Question 2.
Paul Tagliabue, longtime commissioner of the NFL, passed away over the weekend. How should he be remembered?
So the neat thing about Paul is that he's so underrated because he was the bridge commissioner between Rozelle and Goodell, right? I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. And the thing with Paul Tagliabue that I remember and that you remember, I'm sure, is that I don't really remember a ton about. I remember his reputation was very good, very fair, saw the level. Look, when it comes to Roger Goodell, right, here's one thing here's an abject fact about Roger Goodell. Whether it's attributed to him or not, and you want to give him credit or not, the fact of the matter is he is overseen, and it's not close, the absolute stratospheric growth of the sport, and there's never a question as to whether or not the owners want to renew his contract, and he gets a raise every single time. So the people that are involved in the business know everything Roger Goodell is responsible for and love him despite whatever reputations he may have publicly. In the case of Paul Tagliabue, it was almost both. I don't think he saw the same growth that Goodell has seen, but he still saw a ton of growth. But also it seemed like the players, the owners, everybody respected him. And I guess I would say, Jason, just a class dude.
Yeah. And, you're right on the growth. Like, when does it, metrically, maybe it shows up later, but he has a huge handprints and fingerprints all over that, right? I mean, he was a huge factor behind that. Does it a little bit differently. Felt like a less of a public figure than Roger Goodell, not in a bad way, just kind of like you said, like, what do you remember about him? He was the guy, like, for so long.
Yeah.
I don't really remember scandals. I don't really remember a lot of stuff, really, but credit to him. And, was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know. I think it was yesterday that he passed.
It was yesterday.
Yeah. But did it for a long time, I think.
I just looked up, let me see. Passed of Parkinson's. I didn't know that till just now. God, I always hits home a little bit. Trying to think. I just looked up Paul Tagliabue controversy, and the only thing I found is that he really didn't. He kind of turned a blind eye to concussion-related stuff. I mean, yeah.
Well, the whole league has.
Right. And look, I'm not, obviously that's a misstep on his part. Also, throughout history, you see people that felt one way then, and then and history is not kind to that feeling, regardless of what it is. Anyway, all right. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
We are 10 games into the season for the Sacramento Kings. How has the season gone so far in comparison to preseason expectation?
Well, it depends on who you are, and it depends on what your expectations were. Obviously, it's a loaded question. I will tell you this much. I said before the season started, I thought they would go 5-13 in that first 18-game gauntlet. And as of right now, I think they're actually, I'm just going by the numbers here.
Are they right on pace for that?
I think they're on pace, or they're even maybe a little better. Let's see. They're winning exactly 30% of their games, so that would mean that they would win 3.6 of their first 18, if I did my math right. Is that right? 13-3, yeah. Wait, 33 times 18 is, 3 times 18 is, nope. Wait, hold on. 3 times 18, 36, and then you add another 18, right? So that's 46, 56. Okay, so that's 5.4. Probably. Is that right? 36 plus 18 is 54, right? Okay. So they're on pace to win 5.4 of their first 18 games. I said they'd go 5-18. By the numbers,
they're right there.
They're exceeding expectations.
Yes.
They're also on pace. Again,
so they can be 5.4 and 12.6.
Yes, that's exactly right. They are on pace to win between 25 and 26 games if this pace were to continue. Now, on the bright side, if you're wanting them to win the most games, this first 18 games of the schedule is ludicrously hard. On the other side is, we talked about this a lot, their roster may very well, and dare I say, hopefully will not be the same come February as it is right now. And if they were to trade the most likely candidates, the Zach LaVines, the DeMar DeRozans, even maybe the Domantas Sabonis's, et cetera, they're almost certainly not getting like-for-like talent back. We've talked about that before. So, schedule really hard right now, gonna ease up. But also, roster may also go down just in a pure talent form, which may or may not keep them around that level. My thing is, you're either all in or you're all out. Like, 25 wins is better than 40 if you're going for the rebuild thing, but if you're going to go 25 wins, let's just go for 20. Who cares? Let's do it. Nobody's going to be like, oh, those extra 6 games.
Right.
Right now, as it stands, early draft conversation, Jason.
Very early.
As it stands, they are in a tie with, hey, look, the Dallas Mavericks for the 5 spot.
Okay.
When it comes to that. And then there's a few teams like the Hornets, Jazz, and Clippers who I expect to do better than 3 and 6 that are they have a game in hand on us, good or bad. So I would say, dare I say, Jason, if we're not getting into the minutia, which we will, but just looking at it from 50,000 feet, I would say from my perspective, and my perspective only, I'll only speak for me, this season has gone almost exactly as I expected.
That's what I wrote down. So the question is like, how is it matched up to expectations? I'd say it's been predictable. Mm-hmm. Now, inside the predictability, I think where it's falling is roster construction.
Yes.
I think that's a big issue for this team. But I think that's a fact, but also it's not an excuse.
Sure.
They have a roster problem.
They do have a roster problem.
But I've heard, and I'll use players and coaches, like they feel like they have enough to be more competitive than certainly Friday night and last night. So they have some really good players, some talented veterans, some guys that know how to win games in this league, that I think it's more than fair to ask them to be better defensive players.
I agree with you.
I mean, pick your player. This team has not been good defensively. So I think the part that surprised me most, I guess, is how much of an emphasis I know it is for Doug and probably for Scott Perry to be better defensively, and there may be worse. And I don't know that it's based on their roster. I think it's predictable, but again, I'm going to go back to that can't be an excuse. They have been injured a little bit. I think in fairness, Keegan being out is a big deal, but whether it's Keegan or like fans last night chanting for Keon Ellis, and I totally get the love for him, they're not making up 30 points.
No, they're not.
They might be better. There might be some better defensive sequences, better times where, okay, good, but the other guys are better offensive. They have a mess.
Yes.
That they are trying to sort out in real time. And some days are better, where you go, hey, look, they won because they scored 133 and they held the opponent to 130.
Right.
That feels like their best chance to win right now, to be special offensively. That's a lot to ask. And when you're playing some better defensive teams like OKC and Minnesota, I think it's going to be a long night, and that's what we saw again last night.
One of the things you and I talked about, too, when it came to defense, and Doug has been, and Scott Perry both, hey, if you're not playing defense, you're not playing. Well, they're not playing defense.
Nope.
And you and I have talked extensively. I think the phrase I often use is you can't ask a dog to moo. You can't ask a cat to bark. Like, it's just, do they have the personnel out there? And Zach LaVine spoke last night. Remember, there's 10 games into the season, by the way, on that question. Come on, Zach.
I think everybody's
That's low.
Understanding that's the focus. I think that's what they came into the season with. Obviously, there's a personnel thing with that goes with it as well. Guys can go out there and play as tough as they can on defense. I said, speak for myself. I think we've all been trying. I've been trying my ass off on defense, but you need a team collective, the right identity. Sometimes you need the right personnel out there. You're not going to ask Rudy Gobert to go out there and average 30. So. He's a defensive guy, though, and that's his job.
That's literally what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's almost verbatim. You're not going to ask Rudy Gobert to go out there and get 30. You're not going to ask a cow to bark.
Right.
Zach LaVine is saying for everybody to hear, we don't have the personnel to play the defense that we need to play.
Yeah, and I think if they did, so let's give in our imaginary world, Dave, the Kings have Rudy Gobert. Mm-hmm. I think then you have the luxury of going, okay, we can start DeMar DeRozan.
Yes.
We can start Zach LaVine because of their gifts as offensive players. Mm-hmm. And, hey, take a chance on the wing, overplay here, you get burned. We got a great goalie back there. He's not going to stop them all, but there's a little bit of a safety net. And I think if you really look at their starting lineup, the way it's constructed, well, it's changed a lot. But let's take last night's. I don't think Sabonis is a plus defender. No. I don't think LaVine or DeRozan are plus defenders. No. Achua, it's tough to tell. He's just starting. I'll give him just mid. I don't even know.
And then Schroeder, I think him, Schroeder, and Sabonis are about this. They're not going to hurt you. There's going to be times they're pluses, but these are not
like I feel Sabonis's plus is his rebounding ability, but I don't feel like there's a lot of resistance.
Right.
But I think it's, I don't know if we try to go to any other, we like to use analogies just in everyone else's life. If you're a boss and you can't get your employee to do like, you just have to keep, hey, I told you to get this in on this time, or can they do it? Can they be better at it? I think the answer is yes. Now, again, I'm not asking any of them to be all defensive players.
Right.
But I think it's more than fair. If you're going to play your offensive guys, you have to be better defensive players. Again, no one's saying be all league.
Right.
You're not going to be.
Right.
Can you be better? And I think the answer is yes. What that looks like, I don't know.
I don't either.
And is there the ultimate? What has always been said, like the test of time, you know what the ultimate answer is? The bench.
Yeah.
And that element has not been utilized yet. And look, we can't pretend that there's not politics in sports.
Sure.
So it might be like, hey, I don't know, use our show. Like, Dave, you're not doing what the boss has said.
Yeah.
You're not working
on
today.
Right.
Now, that's extreme, but okay. Hey, player X in the starting lineup, sorry, you're coming off the bench today.
Yeah.
I would hate that. That's public. Yes. Can you do what I've been asking you to do better?
That's right.
And again, there's agents, there's contracts. That's the logical thing. Like, sit them. Yes.
Yeah.
But
there's actually like a real life example of this. I'll go a step further because I know you're being nice. Arguably, my biggest weakness as a sports talk show host has always been hitting my breaks on time.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been. Back to when you were the boss.
Mm-hmm.
We would sit and talk about it.
Yeah.
Our new boss talks about it. There are times when I'm really good at it. There's a lot of times I'm really, really bad at it. So the show in itself is incredibly successful right now. And me not hitting my breaks, me not hitting our breaks on time, and I say me because that's not a team effort. That's the one thing that I control more than anyone on the show is hitting breaks on time. Is by the numbers, whatever our ratings are, they could be better. I mean, we're really inside baseball here, but I like the point you're making. But is it enough to, like, I just have to get better because if I'm not, then I let the team down.
Right.
And it's the same thing. Is it enough to bench me? Maybe not. But could I do better and do 100% of my job instead of 91% of my job? Absolutely. It's the same.
You've heard it.
I've heard it at length.
Every PD say it, right?
Every single PD said it. I get carried away and we talk and we go over whatever.
So if tomorrow for the rest of this week they said we're switching seats, and next week you're back, does that probably for a while?
I would,
right?
But I would also say this: like if they were like, I don't want to. Hypothetically, if they were like, cool, so every day at the end of the day, we're going to total up the your total breaks, and every break you don't hit is a $25 fine.
So is that the motivation?
I'm hitting my breaks, dude.
Yeah. We had a competition before. Remember how great you were?
We had a competition before.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be having?
I think pretty soon.
I thought it was supposed to start. Anyway,
but like, what's the equivalent?
That's it.
There.
I don't. That is
because I think the option always. I don't really want to put a player's name on it, but a starter is then benched. And then it's like, well, I know I belong in this league. Let's just trade me.
Well, let's continue in the radio world.
Okay.
So I get fined $400 for missing 4 breaks on Monday, right?
You're not missing another break.
Okay, I'm not. But also, hold on. But also, I am in a financial position where I desperately need to maintain my employment status for many reasons for the expenses I have. Now, if I'm making $28 million a year, I'm getting that fine, and I'm calling my agent. And I'm like, dude, this isn't even in the contract. I'm not doing this. In fact, I'm going to miss 8 breaks tomorrow just because.
Are they doing it to any other show?
Exactly. And it's up. So it's apples to apples until it's not apples to apples.
Are they doing it downstairs to someone in sales that's arriving 4 minutes late?
Yes, I'm sitting out. Now you can't trade me because I just tanked my value. So you want to trade me over to ESPN 1320 for Kenny Caraway and about 4 first-rounders. No offense, Kenny. But that's probably the price. Fine. But now I just take my value. Why does the ESPN guy want me? Because I can't hit my breaks. Why does he want to deal with the headache? And now I'm calling that is in a weird way the politics of the NBA in a
Yes.
really dumbed down form. It's not rocket. I mean, it is rocket science in a weird way, even though it's not.
Yeah, and it goes back to the imbalance of the roster, where generally the guys that aren't defending very well are pretty gifted scorers.
Right.
All right, so some of the guys that may defend a little bit better, well, it's okay, let's play defense. We'll figure out how to score. Well, they have more trouble scoring.
Right.
It's back to the imbalance of the roster, too.
Coming up at, we're going to do Kings Rewind at 7:43. I think at 8, we'll get some more audio, and then we'll get back in this. Because we got to talk about Keon Ellis, and we have to talk about Doug Christie.
Sure.
And I just want to preface this by saying you and I are both huge Keon Ellis fans. I'm going to be livid if they end up screwing him off to another team and he ends up being a stud for them. But I also, I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit, because once again, not that he's Kyle Guy, but I've said it before. Every bad year, there's the Kyle Guy All-Stars. There's the one player that if they played more, we need to get into both sides of this. They're not handling it correctly, in my opinion, but also...
He's not covering a 30-point loss?
He's not covering a 30-point loss, Jason. We'll take a break. When we come back, Week 10 in the NFL. If you're a Niners and Kings fan, not a great day. And I don't, by the way, I've given up. I just don't understand how the NFL works after seeing some of the scores yesterday. We'll go over it next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Hey there, let me tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez, he's a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento. You can find him first off on his website, saclegaldefense.com, or call him in his office, 916-304-9187, to see if you need representation. Do you need that help? Do you need someone that can advise you and get you through whatever issues you may have? That's why I suggest you call him. Maybe it's criminal defense you literally need. Maybe it's a car accident you've been through. Maybe it is something, a wrongful termination case at work, sexual harassment case. There's lots of different things where you may have questions, and he will provide the answers. Also, stuff that has happened to you literally in your past that's maybe still on your record that you'd like removed from your record, that's keeping you from doing certain things. Well, it's called an expungement. He can help remove that from your record. He's got all sorts of resources and all sorts of credentials that have qualified him to get all of these things done for many people in the past, and he can help you out as well. Again, it's Jonathan Gonzalez, Gonzalez Law, saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Guys, don't propose with a ring that she didn't pick out. Trust us, she already has a ring in mind. So engage with Gage Diamonds, in person or online, where Gage's skilled ring designers will work with her to create the perfect setting, matched with the perfect stone. Gage specializes in exquisite lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. GageDiamonds.com. We're Engagement's middle name.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
The only only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, well, I don't think it's fixed. There we go.
Matthews under center, corn to single back. Davis Allen motions from the right side. It is play action. Stafford ready to deal. He throws, no look, left side. Alone Parkinson. He can walk right in. Touchdown, Colby Parkinson. And Matthew Stafford sticks the dagger in San Francisco.
Ouch.
16 yards. His 4th passing touchdown.
Easy.
Yeah, I didn't like my experience.
I didn't like that call.
I was watching the bulk of this game at Logan Airport in Boston, and like when I remember that specific play happened, and there were like, I don't know why, but there was like some of the people in the sports bar were little airport sports bar were cheering, like they just don't like the Niners. They weren't even. There's like all Patriots.
Why do they like the Rams?
I don't know. I think it's just they hate the Niners.
They love LA.
They love LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, man, our old friend Kyle Madsen, I think, said it the best, and he's covered the Niners for a long, long time. He's like, this is actually what we should have been seeing. Like they've been overachieving, and I took kind of that comment he made and I tried to boil it down into something I would understand a little more, which is not that he was being vague, but let's put it this way, Jason. I have a lot easier time explaining the 49ers losing 42-20 than I would if the 49ers had won 42-20. Remember we were saying last week when Greg came on, Greg Papa, and I was like, I don't know how to cover this team right now because what they're doing isn't making sense. They should take their record. It should be inverted with all these injuries they're dealing with. That made sense yesterday a lot more, putting 42 up on the Niners on their home field. That makes more sense with everything they've lost, especially on defense.
Yeah, I agree. And then when they were, right away, it's pretty early. It's 21-0. And you're like, well, this is going to be a really bad day. And they get it back to 21-14. They got it again to, 28-20. And I'm thinking, they may find a way to do this again.
Yeah.
And then the last two scores, basically, I think the Niners got one more. But it was over, 42-26. And yeah, I hate the result for them, but they got to get off this win-loss train here, and they're getting a little bit further behind. I know they've still 3-1 in the division, but Seattle looked awfully good again yesterday, and the Rams picking up this win against them. But you just hope they can. They're not really getting any more reinforcements back defensively. There may be more guys offensively, but that was a challenge yesterday for the defense.
If there's good news for the Niners, it's that they're at the Cardinals, home Panthers, at the Browns, home Titans, at the Colts, home Bears, home Seahawks. Those last three aren't as easy as they looked last year, but I imagine they're going to be favored in 4, if not 5 of those.
Yeah, you never, as you said, it's tough to predict the NFL anymore, but I would say there's 2 that look concerning.
Yes.
They're all concerning, but 2 that you go,
sure,
the Colts and the Seahawks. But
well, then you're looking at 10-7 or 11-6.
That's fine.
And that's fine. But again, I think this is just smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a team that can do it, go all the way through.
I'll tell you, a team is starting to seem like they possibly could do it. I wasn't watching this directly, but I kept getting updates on the score, and holy crapinoli here in the first quarter.
The handoff goes to Charbonnet. He's got room. He breaks a tackle, and he dives in. Touchdown, Seahawks. And it's not Charbonnet, it's Helani. George Helani is in the backfield, 36. And he gets his opportunity. He makes a man miss near the line of scrimmage. And then he busts it into the end zone for 6 from 9 yards out.
Okay, a couple things are funny about that play specifically. As someone that's done play-by-play, I get it. We've all been confused.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear the radio call. That's Seattle's radio call.
Yeah.
Watching the game in the red zone, as someone that has Charbonnet for fantasy football on the bye weeks, I'm like, Kevin Harlan's on the call, and he's like, here goes Charbonnet. I'm like, woo! And I just literally got up on my couch. I'm like, because he's like the second back. It's bonus points if he scores. And then Harlan makes the call. Charbonnet in the end zone. Oh, it's almost word for word. It's actually Helani. And I'm like, No.
Oh, that sucks.
And then to hear it again, I'm like, wow. So everybody kind of missed on that.
Everybody kind of screwed it. It ended up being Helani Anderson. Helani Smith of the Braves. Helani, Donnie. He likes to Pani. I don't got Helani. Oh, yeah, Mount Lonnie is tough, isn't it? Oh, Lonnie.
I don't have any Lonnies.
Yeah, because like
Paxton was the long snapper for the Patriots at one Sac State.
Okay. Yeah. And there are like a couple of, there's like Lon Simmons, but that doesn't count. It was never Lonnie Simmons. Rest in peace. Also,
weren't the Maloofs going to mow Chris Webber's Lonnie? No, sorry. Anyway, go ahead. I'll sit out for a minute.
I think you have to go home, dude.
I'm going to remove myself from the table for a few minutes. I'll be back.
By the way, that reminded me because of that mix-up. Did you see, and I'm not trying to pick a fight here, but did you see the fake punt USC had over the weekend? I'm 100%. Yeah, row yourself back in. If you weren't familiar, they put in a backup quarterback.
Yes.
With the same number as their punter, and they ran a fake play and completed it. Dude, that has to be illegal, right?
Yeah, I think there's something they're actually looking into.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
good.
I mean, I would cost them the game, and every student that goes there has to pay double.
That's dirty, dude. That was so dirty. So, anyways, 21-0 was my point, though, after all that. In the first quarter over the Cardinals, Seahawks actually had a 38-7 lead at the half. Hey, 15-6 Cards outscored the Seahawks in the second half.
If they only had 6 more halves.
Voof. Lions doubled up Commanders 44-22. Chargers with a 2-touchdown plus win over the Steelers last night on Sunday Night Football. Texans, they're starting to come around.
Oh, amazing comeback for the Texans. There was a couple comebacks like that yesterday.
Yeah, there were. Well, and then there's things I don't understand. Just when last week, hey, the Panthers are above 500, then they lose at home to the Saints.
Yeah.
Hey, look. I think my upset of the week was the Jets over the Browns.
Okay.
I think it was,
nice.
but I say that only because my lock of the week. Yeah, it was. Because I took a home team with the upset and the Jets. I remember saying this now, and I took a road team with my lock. Bills over the Dolphins. What the hell is that? How are the Dolphins winning 30-13 over the Bills? How is the Dolphins defense holding the Bills to 13 fourth quarter points?
What's weird is during the week, it came out that they are not getting rid of Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
Like, he is the coach for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
We felt like he's been dead man walking for 5 weeks. And I wouldn't have expected that. And I don't know if this is the way it happened, but that's the best they've played by far.
Yes.
And even with that one win where they smashed Atlanta, which kind of came out of nowhere too. But I don't know if there was like a sense of relief, like, hey, our coach is going to be fired. Who are they going to have? And it's like, all right, this is our team. Let's go. We're going to play. They played great.
They played really, and even the Jets beating the Browns, which I know isn't the same thing, but they traded their whole defense.
Right.
And they still won 27-20.
The funny thing about that game is the Jets were up 14-7 and didn't have the ball yet on offense. They gave up a touchdown.
Right.
And then the kickoff, they returned.
Yes.
Then got a stop, punt, return for a touchdown, 14-7 with 0 stats on offense.
That's one of them, like, scoregamis. It is a scoregami, if you know what I mean. And then in the marquee game of the day, Patriots went into Tampa Bay. Patriots were 7-2. The Bucs were 6-2. The Bucs were favored. And maybe my favorite play of the whole day, Travion Henderson looking at the coaching staff to see if it was okay for him to score.
May under center, second down. And 9+ from the 31. High formation, toss left. Henderson has it. Travion gets outside. Goodbye to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Touchdown, Patriots.
Now, if you saw the replay, he could have put it right in the end zone, but he was so ahead of everybody. He kind of crossed along the 5-yard line looking at the staff to make sure it was okay for him to score mid-play, which was great. And the Patriots beat the Buccaneers 28-23 on the road to go to 8-2. They are 5-0 on the road. Jason, do we officially have to call the Patriots a legitimate Super Bowl championship contender?
I feel like didn't think you were going to go that far. I thought you were like a team to watch or a team to be concerned about in the AFC. I was going to say yes. I feel like I need to see a little bit more, but I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's unfair. Again, the weirdest loss for them was the opener to the Raiders.
Yes, they started out 1-2.
And what's their
loss?
loss?
At home to the Steelers, at home to the Raiders. Beat the Dolphins in between. And up until this, Jason, we talked about this last week. Their signature win was the 3-point win over the Bills in Buffalo.
That's great.
Their other wins are Panthers, Dolphins, Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons. They only beat the Falcons by 1 at home last week. And then this is damn near as good as their Bills win.
Yeah, for sure.
Both on the road.
Yeah, these are quality wins. And what are they? Don't they have a pretty generous schedule coming up?
Jets, at Bengals, home Giants, home Bills, at Ravens, at Jets, home Dolphins.
So probably 2 in there that feel like potential landmines, but you never know the way the league works. But the 2, Bills and
Bills
Ravens.
And Ravens. Jason, they will be favored again, barring injury a little bit, they will be favored in a minimum of 5 of their remaining 7 games. If that were to hold up, that is a 13-4 record.
I know, and this was a team that people thought could make the playoffs, but not 13-4, 14-3, 15-2 if everything went right. My goodness.
What we might be seeing, Jason Ross, the top 3 teams in the AFC right now by record are all at 8-2. The Colts, the Broncos, and the Patriots.
Like we all predicted.
I'll go a little deeper in the NFC. The top 4, the Seahawks have the best record now that the Eagles do play tonight, but the Seahawks have the best record at 7-2. Eagles are at 6-2 pending tonight. The Seahawks, the Eagles, the Packers, and the Buccaneers. Now, I don't want to go crazy here. And then, by the way, followed by the Rams, Lions, and the Bears. I don't want to go crazy here.
Don't go crazy.
A lot of season left. Okay, sorry. I went a little crazy. A lot of season left. Is this a changing of the guard year? Could we be sitting here right now looking back on this year 5 years from now and going, all right, Eagles, Chiefs, Niners, whatever.
Ravens, yeah.
Ravens. Not for nothing, by the way, Jason, as we got a break. Your Baltimore Ravens are 1 game out of first place.
Here they come.
Hello. We'll take a break. When we come back. Oh, no Chris. No Kings Rewind.
Oh, there's a rewind.
Oh, Anthony fell for it. All right, we got a Kings Rewind. Chris here, Chris not here. It's everybody's favorite segment. We'll do it next.
Tomorrow night, Kings and Nuggets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner.
Starts at 6:30 with tip-off at 8. Listen to your Sacramento Kings.
On the official home of Kings basketball, Sactown Sports 1140.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card.
One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
The year was 1948. The Sacramento Symphony was founded. Harry Truman was president, and Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver was born. And Walter Keyes opened his first Naturewood home furnishing store 77 years ago on 25th and Broadway. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. All those many years ago, the Keyes family promised integrity and quality in serving families just like yours and mine. Near as I can tell, Walter would have been pretty proud to know that those same values are evident today at Naturewood Home Furnishings. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings. Furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their Veterans Day Save the Tax sale and get started making your own brand of memories. The Keyes family would love to hear them. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. You got something in your hand there.
I do?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's called Rewind, which I should let everybody know, too. Oh.
The Kings Rewind.
I was just stretching. I was not cueing Anthony. All right, that's fine. You know what? That's what we call a warm-up, guys.
Yeah.
Calisthenics.
Well, I just want to read the sponsor part of it.
Could you remind? Yeah, right. Who's the sponsor again?
It's a Revival at Sawyer, and you can show your Sactown Sports 1140 app at Revival and buy one beverage, get another 50% off your next beverage. That's good for the entire month of November.
Wait, I thought it was just part of the month.
All of November.
All of November?
Yeah.
What about like the 29th?
Show the app.
What?
Show me your app.
Show the app. No,
yeah.
That doesn't work. Okay. Well, thanks to them.
Yep.
Great. By the way, great idea by their people to sponsor this segment because honestly, somebody told me this when I was in New York. They said they caught it via YouTube.
Nice.
They said it was
everywhere.
They said it was the best radio segment they've ever heard in their lives, and they were 81 years old.
Wow.
Right?
How about that?
They used to listen when it was like, Dateline, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. And now,
Dateline Sacramento.
Well, without any further ado, and want to remind you, by the way, post-game audio, and we're going to get into this Doug Christie, Keon Ellis, and all that stuff coming up at 8. 4 down territory as well. Matthew Barrows will join us. Love Matthew, but yeah. And then UCLA head women's basketball coach. They're in action tonight. Golden One center Cory Close, who used to coach Katie Christian.
Let's get some stories.
All I want to do is hear some trash talk from her on Katie. I'm sure she'll be nice about it, but let's hope she's not. Yeah. Let's hope we get some really good, like, Katie's bit. That's what I want. Like, come on, give us something to hold over her head.
Yes.
All right, so we'll do all that right now. Without further ado, Kings Rewind.
The Kings Rewind. What actually happened last night? Let's travel together. Brought to you by Revival at the Sawyer.
Hey, there's a loss last night, Jason.
Yeah.
Make us feel better.
Well, let's try. It's a double shot of Rewind here, by the way.
Double shot of Rewind!
Because on Friday night, the Kings were already getting their second crack at the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
I love that quote. Now watch this drive.
Sacramento was in a tough spot as OKC lost for the first time in their previous game versus Portland, so the champs were angry.
I'm scared, all right?
In the
you
first,
want to break me down? You want to hear me say it? I'm scared.
In the first matchup with Sacramento, the Kings battled, led for most of the game, but OKC proved to be the better closer.
Oh, good for you.
Well, in this matchup, the Thunder were welcoming back Chet Holmgren.
Hey.
Chet Holmgren? From Gonzaga? Chet Holmgren doesn't even look like a basketball star. He looks like a guy from esports.
Best.
The Kings got Zach LaVine back, but were still without Domantas Sabonis and Keegan Murray.
Pain.
The other difference with this matchup was this game was a cup game. Yes, the Emirates NBA Cup.
The trophy's 12 feet high, and it is glorious. I've seen it.
The stakes were different. The court was different. Would the results be different?
I'm going to save you some time, sweetie, and give you the answer now. I don't know.
Well, after a slow start to the game, the Kings responded with a quick surge from Malik Monk, and Sacramento owned a 2-point lead after the first quarter.
I'm a pizza guy.
The second quarter got a bit out of hand for the Kings as SGA and Isaiah Hartenstein dominated the Kings and erupted for a 40-point second quarter.
What the f***? What the f***?
Yeah.
Well, the second half didn't get any better. In fact, it got a lot worse.
Worse? How could they get any worse? Take a look around you, Ellen. We're at the threshold of hell.
The Kings have been staying in games for the early part of the season, but not this time.
He's a jerk. He is being such a jerk. It's an awful thing to say to a human being.
Oh. With limited size, the Kings were exploited inside, and they lost the points in the paint battle 60-34.
Are you crying?
No, I'm not crying, okay? I'm allergic to jerks.
Former OKC legend Russell Westbrook did lead the Kings with 24 points. The Kings on the 5-game homestand have 1 win, 1 loss, and matchup number 3 is against Minnesota on Sunday.
Okay, can I just say, by the way, did you think the same thing I did? You know what he has to do?
Oh, no.
100%.
No, he does not. No, he
yes,
doesn't.
he does. He has got to do the Prince. And then Jason going, that's got to happen. That's got to be one. You know that's the right move.
We can use that.
Back to you.
In that matchup, the Kings would change the starting lineup yet again as Precious Achiuwa would make his first start as a King.
What are you, celebrating or sneezing?
Rewind is getting attention for several reasons. The streets are now talking about it.
I want you to put the word out there that we back up.
Yeah.
Understand me? We back up.
Well, not only the streets, but how about this? Inside the Kings game, it's happening too.
Can we get a do-over, Henry? Can we go back and start this game all over again? You know what, G? Let's check the rewind. Where's Chris Verlad when we need him?
Oh, no.
Why? What? Did that...
No. Hold on.
He's getting the appropriate amount of attention.
No, he's gonna clip it.
He did.
He's gonna play it all the time. Anytime there's the legend Gary Gerald saying, "Where's Chris Verlad when you need him?" That's gonna be played all the time now.
Bump your booty out there, brother.
He's not a celebrity picker.
5-1.
Back to you.
All right, the game may have felt like it needed a do-over, but Sacramento was actually within 4 points with under 4:30 to play before half.
Got to have been a wake-up call.
Ring, ring. Rise and shine, Ricky.
Well, at that point, the T-Wolves' best player, Anthony Edwards, had yet to score. He was 0 for 5 without a point.
Man, you are one pathetic loser. No offense.
Well, careful. Then Ant-Man took over and scored 14 straight points. Yes. Yeah. By halftime, the Kings were already down 17 and had allowed an alarming 71 points.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it
The
is.
second half did not get any better for the Kings. They found themselves down by over 30 points, and the fans were getting a bit restless.
Losers! Losers!
Rip off! We paid for blood!
Let's tear this place apart!
Good idea!
Okay, at first I was like, dang, Chris, you're calling the fans losers. Where are you going? Oh, okay, I get it.
Minnesota dominated the Kings and lit up the scoreboard with a season-best 144 points.
That was nasty.
Up next, the Kings will host Denver Nuggets. That's 8 o'clock on Tuesday. Yes, 8 p.m. on Tuesday.
8
I'm just like the tightest I've ever been in my life.
And there you go. That's how it played out this weekend. Now you know. If you missed it.
If you missed it,
maybe you're better off.
You know,
Rewind's getting some attention.
it is getting some. It's really taking over the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I wish that all the rewinds were done after wins.
Well, we've had 3 of them.
But also,
there's been more without.
There's a little. There is something about him after a loss. Like, at least it makes. I won't
Therapy?
say. Yes, it doesn't make it better, but it's a little. It's fun to laugh.
Yeah.
At pain.
Our pain.
Our pain, if you can. All right. Well, so that was good job, guys. So that was the only loss over the weekend, and
Losses.
we moved to. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it'd be weird, and I'm sure it's happened. A rewind that has a Friday and a Sunday game that has a loss and a win, but these were both the same, both losses, and both bad losses.
The win.
Yeah,
but they're both losses.
Yeah. Well, maybe tomorrow night.
Do we have a Willody?
What's the Willody again?
Worst loss of the year? I feel like we don't.
Phoenix was pretty bad.
Was it?
The first game of the year?
Yeah.
Didn't they?
Is that, I mean, technically, I guess that's the Willody.
Was that the one that they just gave up? Not gave up, but had a really good chance to win.
Pants a little bit. But, I mean, Phoenix also has wins over the Spurs.
Yeah, they've been much better.
2 over the Clippers. They've won 4 of 5. I mean, look, they've had some bad losses. Well, let me ask you this: we're spending too much time on opponents. Which do you think is a worse loss? Because look at lost by 4, lost by 7, lost by 6, lost by 3 in Chicago, lost by 6 at Denver. So which would be worse to you? Losing by 31 on your home floor to Oklahoma City or losing by 27 on your home floor to the Timberwolves?
Mm-hmm.
Is one at least one's to the defending champion.
The Laker game? All the free throws?
Oh, God, yeah. He's still shooting free throws right now.
Without LeBron and Luka? Yeah, maybe it's that one.
Yeah, it might be that one. That's a good call. All right, we'll take a break. Well, you know what's going to make me feel better? Talking about this team some more.
Let's do it.
Top of the hour,
dive in.
halfway through the program, and I have not collapsed yet. I'm still feeling good.
Yeah.
Knock on the wood.
Working on 1 hour of sleep. You're fine.
Darned right I am, and here we are, ready to talk Kings basketball when we get back. And if you want to weigh in, I mean, it's your business. Whatever. We don't judge.
Have to tell us the number.
Or you just call in, 1-800-920-1140. You can text us at 916-339-1140, or you can get on with the chatters. Go to YouTube, search Sactown Sports. Get on and say hello right here on the #1 Nielsen-rated sports program in the city. Any time slot, any station, numero uno. You're locked in to Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
When the Kings light up the court, Sacramento lights up the night, and it all leads to Revival at the Sawyer. All November long, show your Sactown Sports app and enjoy buy one, get one half-off beverages. From pregame anticipation to postgame celebration, Revival is the rooftop for true fans with elevated views, unbeatable energy, and that signature Sacramento spirit that connects us all. Revival at the Sawyer, where the city and the team both rise. Reserve your table today at revivalsacramento.com. Offer valid once per visit per person.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Well, a reminder that Matt Barrows will be coming your way 1 hour from now. Get the very latest on the 49ers as they continue to kind of go win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. They split the season series with the Rams after losing yesterday. Just got attacked early in the game, down 21-0. Did a good job of coming back, put themselves in a chance, but the Rams finished with a second surge. So we'll talk to him about that. We'll have some more NFL to get to coming up throughout the show, including Four Down Territory coming up in our next segment. But we're going to spend a lot of time here at the beginning of this hour talking about your Sacramento Kings, who had a really disappointing weekend. Look, I think, Dave, when we talked about what they've done so far in the early part of the season, with the exception of these last two, they've done a really good job of being in these games and competing and fighting and having a chance to win. But not Friday or yesterday. Yes, they played good teams, but that's okay. You could be in those games. That's what you want, is to have a chance. They did not have a chance either Friday or Sunday to win.
No.
None.
And you know what? It's not going to be that bad all year.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I think they're going to win some games. Look, that little stretch, and by little I mean when they won 2 of 3 just last week.
Yeah, it was. Let's remind everybody, too, they just lost to the Bulls, and that was the game maybe on the road people thought they could get. I think we are always saying, well, where will they win? I don't know. They will, but I don't know. And then it was Milwaukee, and then played well against Denver, lost, and then beat the Warriors. So they won 2 of 3.
And we can't predict what games are going to win and lose all the time.
Right.
But what we can do and what we did do is say, hey, look, it's not going to be this bad. They're going to get some wins. And then after those, I feel like the last there's still probably I still think there's probably another decent run in this team, enough to where some people that are quietly holding out hope they're not this bad are going to come back. I still think there's another round of some people holding out like, hey, you know what? They might be onto something. And just like we say banana in the tailpipe when it comes to games, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe when it comes to the season. It's not being negative. It's not being a down. It's none of that. It's just simply they're not good. They weren't good last summer. They weren't good this fall. They're not good now. They're nice people. They're trying really hard. You look at them, and I feel like, look, I don't feel bad from the bigs. Like, they're all millionaires making money playing a game. I don't doubt that they want to win. Let's be real clear. They want to win. Of course they do. Doug's trying his ass off. You may not agree with what he's doing.
Sure.
Trying his ass off to win. They're working their tails off. They want to win so badly. I don't question that. But I want to be a toothpaste model. You want to do a two-handed backwards dunk. We all want things. But that we can't do. And it's not through lack of, here's Doug Christie, who's actually saying kind of the opposite of what I just said here, apparently.
Like I say, like, there's talking about it and then there's being about it. You can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, but there's going to be a point where the ball gets thrown up and then there has to be actions behind what it is that you say. So that group in there has enough. There's enough depth. There's enough talent. There's all those things. There's a spirit. I'm a spirit person. And your spirit got to be right. Your spirit must be right, individually, and then collectively. And if it's not, that's what you're going to see when you get out there on that floor. It's going to be highly evident. And that's what you got to face. Basketball, there's ups and downs to it. So as low as you feel is as high as you feel. I get that. You never get too high, never get too low. But there is a level of compete, and that's what your spirit is about. Am I going to fight for my brother? Am I going to be there for my brother? Am I going to talk for my brother? Am I going to hit somebody for my brother?
Okay. Let me play one more clip here because I want to see if they match up a little bit.
Sporadically. I think that you see it sporadically, yeah.
Okay, I think the question was about will and effort.
But the consistency and the willingness to be consistent at that. When we played OKC the other night, you win the first quarter and then you drop the rope. But they are very consistent with their approach. They're very consistent, even if it goes bad. It's not like, oh, damn, it goes bad, it's okay. We're still going to be boxes and elbows. We're going to be down in defensive stance, and we're going to have our damn hands out. Then we're going to hit somebody and rebound the basketball before anything. And then offense is supposed to be fun. That's the gift of playing defense. So first and foremost, you got to stop somebody. You got to take pride in that together. This is not golf. This ain't no individual sport. This is a team sport, a collective sport. That's why I said collective spirit. So, yeah, I get the question, but there's a consistency at which you need to approach something. And we see it. You guys see it. All of a sudden, it's like, damn, there they go. They playing. But it's not for long enough. In this league, that flashes, it's not it. That's not good enough in our league.
Shout out to the chat and the text saying the game of golf, right when he said it. Jason, let's forget it's Doug for a second. Let's just pretend that was the head coach of the bleh, talking about the bleh in the NBA, not Sacramento. Is he calling out his players?
Yeah.
After 10 games?
Yeah, in a roundabout way.
Is he
in a roundabout way?
I agree with you, challenging their hustle, work ethic, heart, whatever you want to put on it, but that sphere, if you will.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous gambit.
It is.
It's a dangerous gambit for a rookie coach to call out a lot of really proud vets. And I know, look, I can hear the fans right now in their cars or wherever they're listening going, so what?
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm just talking politically.
Right.
It's a dangerous gambit to start down that road because it's tough to pull it back.
Yeah, and I think, Doug's been on that road already, I think, a couple times. And I think we've played, in this case yesterday, Sabonis or Zach LaVine, their post-game audio was very similar. There was a very similar tone to their messaging. So I think it's one of those things that is being mentioned, being said. Maybe you could argue whether it's being received, but that's one of the problems for the team right now is lack of defense. One of several.
I'd also like to add that with this fan in front of me, when you eat a cough drop, it provides a nice minty bouquet.
There you go. You're
Thank
welcome.
you for that. It'd suck if your breath sucked. It's just nice. It's menthol. Let's talk about Keon Ellis.
Okay.
Okay.
Fans were chanting, "We want Keon" pretty early in the game yesterday.
There's a song by the band Poison.
Every rose has its thorn.
That's true. But also
Skinny Bob.
Nope. Oh, would you get it? It's a hit. Pretty big Poison hit. Not as big as those two, but it's a.
No, if it's a hit, I would know. I just don't have it.
Give me something to believe in.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good song.
It's a great song. It's one of my favorites by them.
Yeah.
When you are a bad team, you need, as a fan, something to believe in. And every year when this team is bad, we as fans latch on to the Kyle Guys, Hassan Whitesides, Gerald Wallaces, all through the years. There is somebody on the team every single year that, and to a little bit, it was kind of Isaac Jones when he got let go, and now Keon Ellis. I love Keon Ellis. I'm going to be very pissed off if they screw this up and he goes somewhere else, because to me, a young, homegrown, defense-first, scrappy player that can hit 40+% from beyond the arc, that is the exact type. I would argue that might be one of arguably four, and I'm just putting – by the way, Nick Clifford and Maxime Reynaud may not be good players. We don't know yet.
Right.
But if you said to me, all right, it's you got to pick the four that you're going to build off of over the next 5 years, Keon Ellis is one of them. I'm not saying Keon Ellis is, in my opinion, he's not a star. He's not going to make an all-star team. He's not your go-to guy. Could Keon Ellis make a second or maybe even a first-team all-defense someday? Sure, that's out there. But he's the type of player you need. Also, Keon Ellis isn't going to change anything. So where the fans' gripe is correct, I think, and I understand it, is they're saying, who's taking his minutes? Why is XYZ playing, XYZ, sorry, England, playing instead of Keon Ellis? And I think that's fair.
Absolutely, it's fair.
But it also, again, it's worrying about the Band-Aid instead of the gunshot wound.
Yeah.
And when you have a gunshot wound, it's worried about the broken pinky or whatever. Jason, here's the real big problem for fans, and this is why. What we got here? Okay, we got time. Look, dude, I'm gonna circle the plane for a second, but I'm gonna try to land it. I just got back from across the pond, in which my role is on the interior of a professional sports team. The education I have gotten by doing that has been amazing in the following sense. I have a much better understanding of how things work inside out now, and that goes from team to team to team. There are certain things teams can't come out and say. There are certain things the fans have a problem, and behind the scenes, a lot of times the team has the same problems, and they're discussing it in the halls. With this Kings team, I'm looking at it from the same eyes everybody else is looking at, but with sort of a different outro, which is, what is the direction of the Sacramento Kings? What do they want? Because I don't know. I think, and part of this might be because I'm biased, I think they're doing a soft tank. And we've been saying that since before the season started. I think, remember last year, I think the first trade in the NBA was made in December. We're way too early. I think that Scott Perry is looking at this team, and as he said before he was the GM about certain players, it ain't right. He said it on this show that some of the contracts he's inherited, and they don't fit. Who do we think he's talking about? So I hope what they're doing is they are showcasing the players for the most part they want to move while at the same time losing. And this is an incomplete puzzle. And as the season goes on, we will see if that's the case. Now, Doug Christie and the players' job is to win games full stop.
Right.
To win games full stop. But I don't know I don't know if Doug is being told who to give minutes to and who not, or suggest. I don't think anyone's saying to Doug, you have to play this person, blah, blah, blah. But that's not how it works. It's, we really need to get these guys in. These are the priorities. And if that's happening, it's so difficult, kind of like the Niners with the injuries. It's so difficult to cover this team because if Zach LaVine's gone and Sabonis perhaps is gone and certainly DeRozan is gone in a month or 2 or 3 and Keon Ellis is getting 34 minutes a game and starting, well, we're having a different conversation. But everybody's trying to look at this that like the square peg fits in the square hole. Now, if Scott Perry and every single person above Scott, all of them, if there is anybody in that front office or above that thinks that this team can compete this year, that's a dereliction of duty, and they need to go instantly. If Scott Perry were in this room right now, and we've had nothing but wonderful interactions with Scott, and I have a ton of respect for him, but if we were doing the lie detector test thing and he was hooked up and I said, Scott, do you think this team can maybe not compete for a championship this year, but do you think this is a above 500 team that can, maybe do some damage in the playoffs? And he said yes. I'd say you're incompetent, dude. You got to go. Right? Full stop. You got to go. I'm already worried, and I know this isn't fair, but this is a young man's game in this league. This is a young man's front office world. When you look at the dynamic front offices around the NBA, and usually the best front offices, it's a young man's world with analytics and all kinds of crap going on in there. And when you look at a lot of these, the Joe Dumarses of the world and those guys who I have a lot of respect for, but that ain't it. Pat Riley is an exception in Miami, but there's some that say Pat's lost his touch a little bit too. I already worry, and I love these guys, but there's already a question. There's Scott Perry and Alvin Gentry and the rest of the, BJ's a little younger, but is this the right front office? We have no way of knowing yet, and they deserve to have a year for this.
Absolutely.
But if they end up losing Keon Ellis, it's not like losing Michael Jordan. I fully understand that, but if they screw this thing up and he ends up going somewhere else, it's a dereliction of duty. So there's a lot of irons in the fire right now, and there's no one answer for this whole thing.
Yeah, and that's where it's, there's a couple thoughts I have on just the early 10 games for the season and for the league. I think what we're seeing so far, again, very early on the side of the Kings, but very early in the side of the Western Conference, there's kind of been a general statement for the last 10 years or so, like the West is just so tough. It's just a gauntlet. I would almost challenge that a little bit. So far this year, the top is really starting to separate itself. Like there's no doubt that OKC is extremely gifted, the class of the league. The Spurs are off to a terrific start. The Lakers, and they're not fully healthy. Denver, we believe to be good. Houston, we like their roster. I think the team last night, Minnesota, has been good for years.
Yes.
When you get to that next group, I think the Warriors have special players in there. But right now, 9 is Phoenix. 10 is Memphis.
Yeah.
The Kings, as poorly as they played, are a half game behind. Now, I'm saying this not to give the illusion of like, hey, look, they're still in the race for the play-in, which they are, but that's not a spot anybody is coveting or thinks it's successful.
Right.
Because I think there's a chance that number might be lower than 40. Like there's years like, hey, they won 48 and they were the 8th seed. Or what did they win? 46 and they were the 9th seed. This might be a spot where that bottom is very attainable, but what that could get you is clearly a matchup with the best team in the league that there's such a separation for there. So I don't want there to be a delusion of being in the race that way. Now, the way they're constructed today, I think we all believe is not how they're going to be constructed at the end, but we're not to the end.
Right.
And is that, hey, at the deadline? Well, if it's at the deadline, that's February. That's a long time to go and a lot of games in between.
That's
and if they are, as you say, I don't know if showcasing is the right word, but playing the veterans to try to maximize how they, if DeRozan keeps averaging 20 and Levine's in the mid-20s or Sabonis keeps getting double-doubles and these are guys you're ultimately looking to shop, great, they're getting statistics, but are you 10-38 or whatever when you're, who knows what they would be.
But ultimately, would that matter if they were 10-38?
No, and not in the end for the further years, but also are you slowing potential growth? Like they're in a weird spot for several reasons, whether it's roster construction with age and offense, size. Certainly, I would like to see Keegan back. He's not fixing everything. Yeah. But I would say this, watching last night too, this is, I think the one change I would make today, just the way they're constructed today, this isn't a trade.
Sure.
This is who they have today and who they'll have tomorrow night and Wednesday and so on. I would start Russ. I would start Westbrook for Schroeder, and that's not the future. Yeah. He's not all-world defensive player, but like there's no mystery about how he plays. No. And I think he's the kind of player, if you play him at 30 minutes or more, you will get stats. Now, some might go, those stats are hollow. Okay. Maybe, but you're getting stats. And I think Schroeder has struggled. And maybe it's for defense to be in there. I'm not seeing this unbelievable defense that you're getting from
Schroeder has
him.
been terrible. Schroeder has been embarrassing.
So
let's just
another reason I would start Russ.
And it's nothing personal. And maybe he's just going through a bad stretch. He's been terrible. And when we talk, we often say Scott Perry really hasn't made a crazy mistake yet. Some may end up being mistakes, but so far, getting the 2 picks, Nate Clifford, Max Reno, blah, blah, blah. The one looming thing that looks like a very big mistake right now is, dude, here's my question. If you knew Russ was going to sign here the whole time and the whole thing was you need a point guard, then why in the HE double hockey sticks did you commit $15 million a year for 3 years to Dennis Schroeder when Russ signed on a vet minimum at 3.2? I forgive him that he maybe didn't think Russ would be this productive and Dennis wouldn't be that productive, but what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah, and here's where we get back to our earlier conversation about politics, and it's like Russ has been dramatically better.
Yes.
And he's at a value. If you had signed him in the different order and Russ had the contract, would he be started? I don't know, but the results are better when Russ is out there.
And the whole thing, and look, the one thing I will say about Doug, the things that he said weirdly that I kind of take, a lot of the stuff he's getting crap for, I'm like, okay, whatever. But this is the one, when he was talking about starting Russ, and he's like, yeah, but Russ versus the second unit. I mean, and I understand that logic. Bro, Dennis is the one sucking out there. Why don't you put him against the second units? Right. Russ doesn't need to go against the second units. Yeah. Russ is doing just fine with all the units. Hello. Put Dennis and let him get out of this shell. And, Dennis Powers. Yeah. Well, sorry, dude.
Same argument could be made. DeRozan in the second unit. Levine in the second unit. So, I mean,
I think they're showcasing those guys.
I agree.
My issue.
But
yeah,
that's it. Back to roster construction, right? And weird in so many different kind of ways. And so all of that being said, all of the things that are in balance, whether it's the offensive guys aren't defending well enough.
By the way, the fans would love Westbrook starting. Not for nothing.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the fans would love it.
Yeah, and you don't do it for them, but it also makes some sense.
Right. Were you going to take a hit on defense?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But all that being said, it's like, look, it's not working very well, but I think you can ask of it, whatever you have now to give you more. Right. If you're playing your offensive guys, be better defensively.
Yeah.
Your younger guys that are in the front court, can you rebound better? Like when they go a little bit bigger, it's like, here you go. Well, they're not rebounding well enough. There's a lot of inequities to what they're doing out there, and that's leading to this inconsistency. And they're kind of stuck. They're in it right now until they're not, and I don't see the end ahead of them right now. But like even one move while you have what you have, I think. Like so, if that lineup tomorrow night I was good with Achua. That's fine. If it's Sabonis, Achua, DeRozan, Levine, and Westbrook, I'm not saying they're going to win the next 10 games.
Let's have fun.
I think that's a better start to the game.
Monk and Ellis first off the bench.
Sure,
fine with that
Schroeder
too.
Can come in. Schroeder can play. It's not like you can't play the guy.
Yeah, but Schroeder can earn his way on the fly. I just don't want. It's so hilarious because, dude, one is on a minimum who is a first ballot of all the people in the NBA right now. Russ Westbrook is a top 5 first ballot Hall of Famer, including LeBron and everybody else. He has the background, and on top of that, he's producing. So put him in there until he doesn't.
Yeah, and I think last night, for example, off the bench, and the game got out of hand, but I think he was about 15 minutes, 16 minutes, and there's just no production, really, or minimal production, minimal feel from Russ yesterday. But I think if he's in there from the get-go, I mean, we know what he's done. We don't have to explain his career, and he's not saving the team. That's not my point. But I think you're better. I think you're better that way. And
you're
then,
at least more entertaining.
Yeah, and then if you start a trade along the way and, whatever, one of the veterans, let's say DeRozan gets moved in a deal. Hopefully you get something back or a pick. But then as Keegan comes back, okay, now maybe there's minutes for Clifford. So you're starting to go, okay, yeah, Russ is still here and Schroeder and Sabonis, but here's a young guy that now can maybe get some minutes and they naturally fit in and it's starting to grow. And, oh, wow, here's a second trade. But we're just not there, and this intermediate spot is kind of tough to watch.
That's why I would love to see Russ Westbrook in the Drew Holiday spot. Like what Portland's doing right now, I've told you this. I've moved. OKC won a title. I have to move on from them. I would be talking San Antonio, but everybody gets mad at me for that. So I've now kind of moved on to Portland. I feel like Portland is the next up in this level of tankers turned. They're not going to compete for a title this year, but I like the direction they're going, and I really love that they have a nice young core surrounded by a veteran point guard, Drew Holiday. That's where it makes sense. Because right now, this team doesn't need veterans. You've got DeMar DeRozan. You have Russ. You have all the character and culture in the world. All the character and culture people. Oh, I'm character and culture. Well, okay, dude. You got Domantas Sabonis, character and culture. DeMar DeRozan, all-time character and culture. Russ Westbrook, half the NBA grew up loving him. Zach LaVine's a character. All these guys. Well, what's it doing? Right. Oh, well, you don't want to hurt the defense. Again, we suck at defense right now. You and I could play point guard and probably, okay, they'll give up a few more points. But, dude, it's so goofy. And the sad thing is, Kings fans, I really want you, I know you don't like this, but this will make it easier. Trust me. They're going to be bad this year. It's just a matter of how bad they're going to be. Here's something else for you. They're going to almost certainly be bad next year. There's not some magic light at the end of the tunnel that's going to happen this year. Now, I could be wrong.
Yeah, that one I don't know
yet.
But
the salaries and the way everything is set up, even if everything goes right and they're able to dump off a lot of the salary and get young and get some draft picks, next year, when I say bad, I'm talking record and competing for a title or even high playoffs-wise. Now, next year, in best case scenario for me, is you've got a young, fun, like Detroit-style, San Antonio without Wembanyama style, that type of team where you can see it. Portland. Mm-hmm. That would be a great start next year. But Portland's not winning any titles this year. Portland's probably not getting to the second round, much less the first. That's fine. This team right now is poo. It's poo. Great individual, some really nice individual pieces. But the construction is whatever. And again, if there's anybody front office or above that thinks this was the team or they could do better, then that is absolute incompetence. If we can figure it out, if I can figure it out, and I'm an idiot, they sure as hell better be able to figure it out. Much more later. We'll take a break. When we come back, 4 Down Territory, best and worst teams and players. What's hot, what's not. A lot of threes in the keys. And we'll see how golf Jesus Bradley Miller did in the Celebrity Pick 6. A lot coming up. We'll do that next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Not sure what to get him this holiday? You can't go wrong with a gift from Untuck It. Every guy wants to unwrap our best-selling, wrinkle-free, and performance styles. From polished shirts for holiday parties to cozy layers for family photos, you'll find everything he needs to look sharp and feel comfortable all day and night. So, get a head start on your holiday gift list. Early holiday sale happening now. Find the perfect gift for everyone on your list at untuckit.com and more than 80 stores worldwide. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn, untucked.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Footballs are flying, the days are getting shorter, fall is officially here. Will your heater be able to get you through the winter? The heater at Waddywood shut down last winter, so who did we call? Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. We wanted somebody we could trust to do the job right and deliver great value, and Lee's came through. Check them out at leesair.com. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating has built a reputation as the leading HVAC company in Sacramento. We've got a new HVAC system that works great, saves us money month to month. Find out how they can help you at leesair.com. License number 635355.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options. Heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Born in 1892 to a socially prominent family, she was the consummate athlete, proficient in golf, tennis, marksmanship, swimming, and car racing. Many considered her the greatest horsewoman of the century. She was a pioneer in the field of golf course development with 3 world-class courses on her resume: the Women's National Golf and Tennis Club, Cypress Point, and Pasatiempo. Working for SFB Morse of Pebble Beach fame led to her second golf course development, which many consider to be the greatest golf course in the world, Cypress Point, where she developed a lifelong friendship and professional relationship with famed architect Alistair McKenzie. Pasatiempo in Santa Cruz was her third development, where she hosted the likes of Bobby Jones, Will Rogers, Babe Saharias, and more. Today, her place is alongside many others in the World Golf Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Marion Hollins, a visionary golf course architect and pioneer of the game. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
A couple quick things, by the way. Did you see the A's turn their comments back on
I heard
social
about
media?
That. Did they turn them off again?
I mean, I don't know if people are gonna tire themselves out, but the fact that
they've got energy for that kind of stuff,
right? Oh my goodness gracious! It's a cesspool. And then also, I got to say, during the break, I just realized this is the time of the show where I start to get a little hungry. 100%, dude. Cheat meal, reward meal on Monday.
Today when you leave here,
I can taste it. Oh, I can taste it.
What are you having?
Superstar with cheese. No onions, no lettuce, fried zucchini instead of French fries. Large root beer, 4 sides of ranch. I'm housing that.
And then
no, I can't.
Why?
I can't. I have to stay up till 7 or 8 p.m.
Not even like a little nap?
It won't be a little nap, dude.
Yeah, but set an alarm. Just let it alarm for like an hour and a half.
I'll be like, no.
Or an hour.
I actually have some stuff I have to do today because I'm stupid and scheduled it work-wise. But
you're going to be more tired tomorrow, I guarantee it.
Than today? My energy level's actually been really good today. I don't know where I'm getting it from.
Yeah. The reserve tank.
The reserve tank. Speaking of tank, we'll get to the Kings a little bit later at 8:43. What? In the meantime, for down territory, Anthony in for Christopher Laud. Maybe my energy levels are up. You know what? My my stress levels, my blood pressure.
Yeah.
Is that
Chris being gone?
Chris being gone? I don't know
knows?
what. Maybe. Who knows? Question 1.
Which team had the best week in the NFL?
How come it's not Tony, by the way? No, I'm not saying it should be. I'm just asking.
I mean, I've gotten it before.
Yeah.
Like, coaches have called me Tony.
Tony.
I feel like it's sports world.
What up, Tone?
Yeah.
Tony.
Deuce calls me Tony.
Of course he does.
He calls us a lot of things. Yeah. Who had the best week? I'm not going to try to overthink it, dude. Give it to New England. There's a couple others there, but give it to New England. You go into Tampa Bay, who's 6-2, and you're still trying to prove yourself. I feel like, weirdly, Tampa Bay's much more proven than New England, just because they've been decent for a while, a little bit. But Pats are now 5-0 on the road. They're 8-2. They win 28-23, and it really didn't seem that close. They have won 7 in a row, and they're playing the Jets, the Bengals, and the Giants next. Dude, they're in a good spot right now. You know what I say, Jason, if I'm there? And I was all day in Boston yesterday. All I heard was Patriots, Patriots, Patriots. You know what they're saying out there in New England right
What's
now,
that?
Jason? Tom who? Tom who? Who's that guy? Tom who? Go to the car. It's my boss. Hey, go to the car.
Spot on.
Thank you.
You took the Patriots. I've got 2 choices here besides them.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you the Bears because this is the second straight week they've come back, and they were in trouble.
Yes.
And now they're 6-3. They keep winning the
They
close
are.
games.
MC's Bears.
And then the other one, I'm going to give it to the Colts. Not that they did anything outlandish, but winning the game early morning. They got a break with the Jags losing. They have the largest AFC division lead now with the win and their loss.
What?
They're in good shape, so good weekend for the Colts.
You know, I thought I didn't say any other teams because I didn't want to steal yours. You didn't say what my second choice was.
What's that?
I got to take the glasses off. I'm wearing the red, but
yeah, the Rams.
Big win for them. A big win for Sean McVay.
They've been owned by the Niners.
They have been, and they came into Levi Stadium, said, "See you later, pal."
Yeah.
They left a big pile on the 50-yard line and took off. By the way, what's his name? Tatum Bethune and
more injuries.
Did you see? I don't know if you saw the clip of him. He and Jared Verse kind of jawing before the game and all that.
Yeah.
I thought it was Tatum Bethune. Whoever it was that Jared Verse was jawing with, they went to Florida State. They're old. You know, I'm not saying there wasn't any whatever, but come on, they're old buddies. Second down.
Which team had the worst week in the NFL?
Look, it depends on your perspective, but you can't lose to the Dolphins. You can't lose to the... Not that you lose to the Dolphins, you got shut out by the Dolphins for 3 of 4 quarters. What in the heck? What are you... They're the Dolphins! What are you doing? Buffalo. Figure your life. Hopefully this, for them, hopefully this is their little bad stretch. But I'm kind of upset because, like I said, if it's not going to be my Niners, and I don't think it will be, I want my Buffalo-Detroit Super Bowl.
And I want it now.
No.
Obviously, it's Buffalo, too, but I'm going to take one other team. Same idea where you say you can't lose to the Dolphins. You can't lose to the Saints.
No.
Carolina was kind of somehow in this NFC playoff picture. They're playing the Saints with a rookie quarterback, and Carolina has been getting all these quality wins. Not
Can't
yesterday.
do it.
Yeah, bad loss. I'm going to put Carolina on that list.
Third down.
Which individual had the best week in the NFL?
Let me ask you a question, Jason. Did you see who I was?
That's on mine. That's mine.
Jonathan Taylor, the MVP of the league.
Right now. It's changes each week.
It's
but
so
yeah.
stupid, though, because they don't give it to they always give it to quarterbacks. But, dude, Jonathan Taylor, Thomas, hello.
2 of my 3 fantasy leagues, I played against him, which was fun.
It's not.
No, it's not.
You know, with 7 games left, he's 3 rushing touchdowns away from his career high. He already has 1,139 yards and is leading the league. He has 15 rushing touchdowns. Throw another 2 passing touchdowns or receiving touchdowns onto that. By the way, 1 more receiving touchdown, that's a career high. And we're talking about a guy who's been the number 1 pick in fantasy drafts before. He is having an insane year, and it got even insanier yesterday 244 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns, add another 42 with 3 catches. That is almost 300 yards from scrimmage. Yeah, he's my player of the week.
I'm not. I don't even have a second choice.
Good. Don't overthink
Taylor.
it.
Yep, I'm with you. Jonathan Taylor, shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah.
4th down.
Which individual had the worst week in the NFL?
So I'm sure there are arguments just from the jump that there are plenty of people that had worse weeks than going 28-40 for 306 yards and 2 touchdowns with just 1 interception. That's far from the worst performance of the week. But you know what? If he's going to get all the accolades and the trophies when they're doing well, then you have to do the opposite. Josh Allen, figure it out, brother. I know it's not all your fault. I know you're the last guy the Bills probably need to look at, but the buck stops there. As they have said from the dawn of time, if the team's losing, the quarterback is probably not doing his best.
Since the dawn of time.
They've said that forever. I don't care about the numbers. I care about the fact this is the defending MVP, and there's a window, dude, and they're far from being closed on the window, but that AFC is wide open, or it should have been. You're dealing with the Patriots and the other teams. No, you gotta win the game, and you can't lose to the Dolphins, which, by the way, adds to their loss to the Falcons. And then, the loss to the Patriots, actually, that's really good now. But, yeah, Josh Allen, suck it up, dude.
I have 2 quarterbacks on my list. Not Josh Allen, though. That's a good one. I have Trevor Lawrence. Bad loss for them. They lost to Davis Mills. Not even C.J. Stroud. He didn't complete a pass in the 4th quarter.
You can't lose to UC Davis Mills.
Yes. And then I was going to just be him, but then the Sunday night performance by A-Rod. Aaron Rodgers. Oof. He was rough last night.
Yeah.
So those 2 guys had bad weeks.
More like scaring Rodgers if you're betting on him.
Mm-hmm.
More like doesn't really care in Rodgers. If he also...
He was probably angry. He was Karen Rodgers.
Yeah, if you want to see the manager about your poor play, you're Karen Rodgers. More like staring Rodgers at that terrible box score.
Yeah.
Life really isn't fair in Rodgers if you're a Steelers fan and you're getting that kind of performance.
I don't know. This one's kind of wearing Rodgers out.
More like bearish Rodgers if he's a stock and you're not like it's not bullish.
No. No bell.
More like no energy Rodgers. If you're trying to get some plumbing done in your house right
plumbing.
now. Man, I think he's also been around since 1981 as well, or somewhere around there. Carmichael Dave here. Coming to you live from the Sactown Sports Studios to talk about American Energy Home Pros. When they say home pros, they're not talking about poetry at your house. They're talking about home professionals, because they do not just HVAC stuff, heating and air conditioning, as they've done since 1981, but they're also doing plumbing as well. 10% off any of your plumbing needs. Got a clogged toilet? Got a clogged shower? I did. Yeah, I could have used them in England, by the way. Then it would be England Energy Heating and Air. Pull the chain. Move the chains. And if you're a club member, it's 10% off of everything. Right now, you get a free furnace with a full installation. It's so many great deals right now. And by the way, they're always your second opinion partner. Hey, listen, if you got somebody that maybe you started working with a little bit on either your plumbing or your heating or your air conditioning or whatever it may be, guess what? Let American Energy come in, look at the situation, make sure it's been diagnosed right, because odds are maybe it hasn't, and then let them beat the price. You saved money, and that's always a good thing. Have dinner on them. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not? We'll recap Celebrity Pick 6. We'll recap 3 in the key for Oklahoma City. We'll recap 3 in the key from the Kings of Minnesota. Oh, my God, there's way too much stuff to do. Sit back, relax. We're right back after this.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Eric Church is back and bringing his unforgettable live show to Sacramento. Eric Church Free the Machine Tour with special guest Charles Wesley Godwin. Golden One Center, November 13th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. His new album, Evangeline vs. the Machine, is out now. One epic night of music that you won't want to miss. Eric Church Free the Machine Tour. Live at Golden One Center, November 13th. Get tickets now. For more, visit ericchurch.com. Produced by Messina Touring Group.
What's hot, what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Home Pros, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergy.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, it is time to find out who or what is hot and not. So, Anthony, who is hot?
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Why are they hot?
Continuing their league dominance, and they still don't have Jalen Williams. I feel like people have forgotten about him.
Yes.
He's so good at basketball, and he's not even playing, and they look so good.
I know the other night they got Chet back, and it was Hartenstein that went off. SGA is amazing. Like, that's the case of a team that has really good players, but they're put together so well. Everybody else seems so good. That, like, kind of earlier day when we were talking about Keon Ellis, and if he was on OKC, he'd be one of those people who are like, man,
wish we had him.
What a player.
Wish we had a guy. We need a guy like Keon Ellis. You know what? If we had drafted Luguentz Dort, we would have released him like 2 years ago.
Yeah. On the right team.
Well, who's not then?
The Clippers. 3-6. They just lost to the Suns. And Chris Paul's getting coaches' decisions did not play.
Nice.
So what's really going on there?
Yeah. But apparently Steve Ballmer, Lawrence Frank, and Ty Lue are all having a meeting today. Or they had it yesterday. I think it's today, though, to discuss things. Apparently Ty Lue might be the first to go.
Huh.
Maybe, I don't know.
Van Gundy?
He's right there. Nothing against Ty Lue, but I would love to see Van Gundy coaching this league.
Yeah.
I really would. Oh, no. They're going to have to funnel out a solution somewhere.
I don't know. How would they do that?
I don't know, but you got to have aspirations.
Ah.
Yeah.
Can't be a no-show for that job.
Nope.
You have to plant trees to let them grow.
You're damn right. And no matter the who, what, when, where, Kawhi, you got to figure it out. It's a good team effort, everybody.
Yeah,
It was a good team effort.
done.
High fives. Oh, I was high-fiving. Sorry. You were waving.
Double, you did 10.
I high-tenned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not used enough.
Not used enough.
No.
No. I prefer
Why wouldn't you want 10? It's more than 5.
Why not high 20? I don't think you could.
Try it.
That look weird. Imagine that. Just a visual. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Celebrity pick 6. The older he gets, the more he looks like Jesus. He's always having a good time, living his best life. He joined us last Friday. Jason keeps knocking it out of the park.
He was rocking the Hornet gear with the green glasses.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
And up that early, good for him.
Yeah.
Bradley Miller.
He did not like your golf innuendo.
Yeah, till the
references.
end where he made his own. Yeah. And then let me know about it afterwards. He was very proud of himself, and he should be. He's a good man.
All right, so Brad Miller was our celebrity picker for week 10. We've
Nose
had
picker.
G-Man go 1-5, Mike Bibby 3-3, Greg Vaughn 3-3, Bobby Jackson 2-4, Jerry Reynolds, our leader, at 4-2, along with Cody from down the hall at 4-2, Pat Still 2-4, Henry 2-4, Zach Geloff 2-4. You don't like me to mention this, but Chris did go 5-1.
He's not a celebrity picker.
Oh.
He's part of the show.
Well, Brad Miller is. So, Dave, you need to tell me how Brad did. The first game, he had Browns at Jets, and Brad took the Browns.
Brad took the Browns.
No bell?
No bell. And no bell Peace Prize.
Okay.
0-1.
So, again, nobody's gone 6-0, but maybe Brad could be 5-1.
Maybe.
Jaguars at Texans. Brad took the Jaguars.
Yes. 0-2.
Uh-oh.
0-2, Brad, if that's even your real name.
Patriots at Buccaneers.
Oh, no.
Brad took the Buccaneers.
0-3.
Well, no one's ever done 0-6 either. Ravens at Vikings. Brad took the Ravens.
Okay, all right. There we go. Off the
1-3.
Brad Miller.
Rams at Niners. Brad took the Rams.
He's coming back. 2-2.
2-3.
2-3.
Steelers at Chargers. Brad took the Chargers.
3-3.
There you go.
Okay, well, you know what I mean? All right.
He's right there.
He's 500, just like most people are.
There you go, Brad.
So Cody's still our leader.
Yes.
Cody
and
nobody else.
No, Jerry Reynolds.
Oh, Jerry Reynolds. Sorry, that's right.
4-2.
Yes, 4-2.
Well done.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Brad. Hey, Brad. Nice try.
With a wink.
With a wink. Wink Martindale. Shout out.
Shout
Rest
out.
in peace, I think. All right. Recap. 3 in the key time. We have 2. The defending champions came to Golden One Center after escaping the Kings at home. But they came to Golden One Center and they pooped right on the logo, then smeared it.
It was the cup logo, too.
It was big cup. One
Runneth
team,
over.
one cup.
All right, we asked for SGA's free throw attempts. He's a foul merchant, some
He
say.
sure is.
Dave, you said he would have 11. I said he would have 8. Chris said he had 12. He had 4. It's quiet 4 for 4.
That's a little
They didn't
4
need
for
it.
4. Good little 4 for 4.
Zach Levine was back making his return. How many points for Zach? Dave, you said 28. I said 29. Chris said 35. Hey, Dave, you were closest. He had 9.
Yeah, that nailed it.
Then your random stat of the game, you said Doug Christie would get a technical. No. I said Westbrook would be the rebounding leader again. He was not. It came off the bench, and Max Reynaud with 10.
Maximus.
It was Russ.
Decimus. Reynaud.
And Chris said there'd be more threes made by the Kings than the Thunder. He was right. Sacramento made 15. The Thunder made 13. How come they didn't win?
I just don't know.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Nobody knows. All right. Well, that was the first game. There was a second. Ready?
Was there? What?
Let's re-rack it.
Minnesota coming to Gold One Center with Anthony Edwards. Kings been losing lately. Want to put that losing streak right to bedwards. Sorry.
Get this man some sleep. All right, we asked for Anthony Edwards points.
Hey.
Dave, you said 31. I said 34. Chris said 23. Chris was the closest. He had 26.
No.
You were close, though. We asked for the bench leading scorer in points. Davey said Monk 18. I said Monk 19. Chris said Monk 22. Monk had 2. It was Clifford with 10.
Clifford, the big red dog.
And then the random stat, Dave, you said that Russ would get a triple-double. He had 6, 0, and 1.
Oh, close.
I said there'd be an ejection in the game. No. And Chris said there'd be a half-court shot or longer made by somebody in the arena. Zach LaVine was pretty close.
He was.
Where he made his shot to end the first, but the judges looked at it and they waved it off.
Didn't work.
Doesn't count for
Didn't
you,
work.
Chris.
Sorry, Chris.
So there you go.
Just to recap the recaps, Minnesota won, the Thunder won, and Brad Miller won.
Half
lost.
the times.
Yeah, he won half the times.
We'll have a new 3 in the Key tomorrow for the Kings and Nuggets.
That's right. And by the way, just so everybody knows, every celebrity that appears on our Celebrity Pick 6 receives one USB-C cable.
Yeah, one of the chargers from Dave's
That's right.
backpack.
Signed
on
kind of hard to do.
Well, you can do it.
Signed right on the old.
Which charger could you not, like if it got taken and stolen, would you, your whole bag is chargers, but.
The big one.
That hefty
that
one.
Lunky. Yeah, the one
if
with
that left you, that'd be devastating.
That's my guy. 5 outputs, regular USB, USB-C.
You like all your guys, but that's your guy.
All my guys, that's my guy. I could get a full charge of my phone and 5 other things all off
Does
that.
it charge your car?
Honestly, it probably could. If you could do a USB into the car, it might take a while. Might take a while. We'll take a break. I'm delirious, dude. When we come back, still to come, what's on deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing and UCLA head women's basketball coach Cory. This is gonna be hard for me to say, dude. I've had trouble with it twice.
You can do it,
Coach Cory Close. That is, dude, you may have to intro her. She's coming on, and we're going to talk a bunch of garbage about Katie Christensen. Plus, we're going to preview tonight's big UCLA
showdown.
Tonight, your UCLA Bruins
yes.
playing.
Not yours anymore.
Well, they almost were.
They were at the game last night, and they had the sing-along, and a couple of the Bruin players, phenomenal. Like, they had to fill in the rest of the song.
Yeah.
And part of it is, like, are you shy? Do you belt it? Like, they knew the songs, and they crushed it.
You really like to see that, honestly. Get into it. So tickets still available. Get out there and see some great basketball. Coming up next, though, from The Athletic, we got to do it, man. Yeah. We love talking to Matt, not so much after losses, but we'll get into it. Matt Barrows of The Athletic comes and joins us for Niners at 9. We'll do that next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you? Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home with a 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Footballs are flying. The days are getting shorter. Fall is officially here. Will your heater be able to get you through the winter? The heater at Whiteywood shut down last winter, so who did we call? Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. We wanted somebody we could trust to do the job right and deliver great value, and Lee's came through. Check them out at leesair.com. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating has built a reputation as the leading HVAC company in Sacramento. We've got a new HVAC system that works great, saves us money month to month. Find out how they can help you at leesair.com. License number 635355.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Oh, our music's almost running out. Bobby ran out of gas.
So our friend Angie in the hall.
Oh, hi, Angie.
Yeah. Are we ready to go there?
Not quite yet.
I'm still working.
Yeah, we're back a little early.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We are back a little early.
A little bit.
Did I break early?
Oh.
Well, I guess.
Watch out for the defense tomorrow night.
Can't wait for this. I just can't wait for this contest. We're beating everybody.
Yeah.
Last contest we had?
Crushed it.
Crushed everybody. Wasn't even close.
Now, David, why can't you do that every time?
But David.
Well, actually.
LeBron James, my butt. Marcus says, we'll check in on the chat here while we're waiting on Matthew. He can take his time, by the way. Niners, whatever. Proper tank includes playing the kids so they can get experience. Playing the vets and getting blown out is just flailing all around. So this is a nuanced point. Yes, in theory, Marcus is right. But the ideal world is to let these vets get their minutes and numbers, trade them for something, get them off the books, and then play your youngs.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. I'm totally okay with that. It just has to happen. If we're still doing this and if we're coming in on I would say this to Kings fans, and I know this sucks, dude. Hold your horses till February. I know, dude, I know. It's the best I can do, man.
But where do I put my horses in between time?
Stable. Stable. Put them in a stable, much like everyone's mentality should be.
Okay.
Stable.
This coming from you.
Right, but can I say something honestly, Jason? And you know what? I know you will always be honest, and maybe it's just my own perception. Compared to normal, wouldn't you say I've been incredibly stable with the Kings this year?
Yeah, it's kind of bothering me.
I've been really stable. I've been really low key because I set. This is what I thought was going to happen so far.
Yeah, it's not shocking.
No, no.
I mean,
I'm not like.
And I would say,
why can't we do this?
Collectively, there's all. I mean, again, it's not even. Maybe there are some people that believe they would be a lot better. I just didn't hear that many people.
No.
You know, nationally, media-wise, maybe there's always a fan in there like, hey, they're going to win 55 games. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
but I just didn't hear. I don't think there was a lot of expectations in that way for this team. But they could be better than they're playing.
I'm never going to get on. I'm never going to make fun of it. I'm never going to condescend anybody who wants to be a fan and is optimistic. And we've talked about this before, dude. Not everybody's a psycho and covers every second of this game and, has to get into the nooks and crannies of it. I'm never going to, feel for fans that I'm never going to, I get it. But I don't know that there were too many experts, analysts, national, local, that were at least being honest.
Yeah.
that thought that, and I don't understand because if.
Well, yeah. What was Vegas's over under 34, 35, 36 and a half? I mean, nothing. It wasn't in the 4. It didn't have a 4 in the front.
No, it did not.
So
it did not. But there's levels to what they're hopefully trying to do. I think this year is going to be very, very telling because I think the fans more than ever before are on a tipping point. I really think they're on a tipping point. I think there's a lot of gasoline in the fan base right now. Sacramento Kings fans are incredibly forgiving and incredibly loyal, incredibly optimistic, and they can take kicks to the face over and over again. But I don't know that I have seen it like this, where they're right on the tip of the iceberg. You got a new GM, you got a new coach. And by the way, the other thing about Doug, I see a lot of fire Doug. If Doug sucks, Doug's coaching sucks. Doug this. I'm not here to defend all the moves Doug's made because I can't. I would just simply say this. I don't think there's a person out there right now that would turn down an opportunity to be the GM or the coach of this team if Vivek came up or Scott Perry came up to you and offered it right now. I know I would. If they came to me and said, you know what, Dave, we've been listening to your show. You know what you're talking about. How would you? Scott's going back to Detroit. To be with family. How would you like to run this front office? You know what I'm doing? I'm walking into Jose Gonzalez's office, RPD, and I'm saying, brother, I love you, but no, I tell you first.
Thanks.
And then I would say, I got to go. Who?
On the video.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see people outside, and I see people outside the door. I saw like 3 people outside the door.
You're going to be the general manager. You're going to walk
right?
in.
I was like, Matt,
focus.
Matt's here. Is this a fun surprise? Joining us right now from the Athletic on the video.
Yes.
Matthew Barrows. Good morning, Matt.
Yeah, maybe around Christmas I'll give you the gift of my presence.
Yes, that'd be fun.
Just show up.
You know what? That's a great point.
We should have Matt in studio one time.
Matt Barrows' presence would be presence.
Yes. We don't need presents. We need his presence.
My gift is presence.
Yes.
What?
His gift.
My gift is presence.
Yes, gotcha.
Oh, my goodness.
Matt's joining us. Sorry. Matt's joining us right now on the, you know what? I'm going to repeat something I said to Jason on the show earlier, which I also said to Greg Papa last week. I'm going to hit you with it for the trifecta, Matt. So last week coming into this game, sorry, I said, I as a professional, I do not know how to cover the 49ers and explain their wins. I don't know how to preview. Like, I think the question was, this is how the Niners could win this weekend or something like that. I'm like, I don't know how they can win this weekend other than they've won weird games before that they shouldn't have. And all year long, it seems, most of their games have been, I have no idea how the hell they just did that. And I can't give you a great take on it other than box score numbers. I feel like, unfortunately, Matt, it's a hell of a lot easier to talk about and, dare I say, maybe write about with logic last weekend than it has been some of these wins.
Yeah, for sure. I thought that the Rams game yesterday was just, it was just plain from jump that the defense, especially the defensive line, was overmatched. They had to kind of concoct a lot of different blitzes, and they used a dime defense like they haven't to this point in the season. And the Rams weren't fooled. And in fact, the 49ers ended up fooling themselves a couple of times. They had 12 men on the field twice. They had to call a last-second timeout on one of them, and then they got penalized on the second one. It just seemed like a team that it was coming off of 2 road games, had all sorts of injuries, and they just looked exhausted to begin the game. They got a little bit better in the second quarter, but I never really felt like the Rams were threatened at all in that game.
Yeah, I mean, when you give up 42, you're likely not going to win, and they put themselves in such a deep hole. But kind of like the season, Matt, they did a good job of getting back into it, even while missing on a 4th down, leaving some of the points out there. This team still has that compete level to stay in these games, but yeah, I'm with you. It never felt like while they were hanging around that they were ever going to win the game yesterday.
Yeah, the Rams were just too powerful. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you could put side by side the team's practice reports, their injury reports, I think the Rams had one guy on their 53-man roster who didn't practice last week. And the 49ers are routinely in the high teens in that category. And they didn't lose, but 3 defensive linemen. The one position they can't afford a single additional injury. It had 3 guys get hurt in practice on Thursday. And one of them, Alfred Collins, was the hero of the Week 5 game against the Rams. So, I mean, it's just impossible to win under those circumstances. And I thought that this was the first game, maybe the game in Houston a couple of weeks ago, but I just felt like the energy level inside Levi Stadium, good crowd. They were there in the beginning, but it just evaporated so quickly, and they couldn't get it back. The game against the Falcons in Week 7, that was the first game that they were playing without Fred Warner. And they would show Warner on the big screen in certain instances, and he just got the fans going. There was electricity, there was passion, everything. And they showed him on Sunday in the Rams game, and the crowd sort of clapped, and he did the thing where he wants everybody to rise up, and they did to a degree, but that degree was so much less than what we saw in Week 7. They were just devoid of energy for this game, and you can understand why. Most teams have had their bye by now. The 49ers still have to wait 3 more weeks for their bye. This is the team that needs a bye more badly than any team in the league, and it doesn't come until the first week in December.
Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Giants even. The schedule maybe has masked a little bit some of the holes as the season's gone on. They do have some quality wins, but still it is on paper been a much easier schedule than last year at least. But Matt, also, just kind of zooming out, do you think maybe their struggles this year and a little bit last year are masking the fact that John Lynch has actually had a pretty decent draft classes going? And I know the window is closing on a lot of these guys, but even though they're hurt, just Collins, Williams, Stout, and you go back to last year and Puni and a lot of these other guys coming in. Who's my guy, Malik Mustafa? I think John Lynch arguably has had maybe his best 2 years of drafting in his tenure, at least up there.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why they weren't more aggressive at the trade deadline this year, is because they have confidence that they can do something with those picks. I think that they've kind of figured out the type of linebacker that they like, for example, and they feel pretty confident about drafting linebackers and drafting safeties and drafting cornerbacks. I think, wide receivers is still kind of a crapshoot. Running back is still kind of a crapshoot for them. But yeah, I think, the longer a front office stays married to a coaching staff, the better the team drafts. And this has been one of the longer tenures in the NFL. I thought that one of those guys that you mentioned, Dominic Puni, you remember he was injured in the preseason. I think it took him a while to recover from that injury, and he wasn't playing like the 2024 Dominic Puni. Yeah. I think these last 2 games, he's been back, and he looks a lot better. And then the other guard position looks better too. They rotated Spencer Burford and Ben Barch at left guard yesterday. I think Burford got 2 series and then Barch would come in for 1 series. And I think that position was better. So the guard positions were better. I think the running has been better. I think Brian Robinson, who's really good between the tackles, is the beneficiary of that. And he's had his 2 best games of the season. So, I mean, you have to kind of squint and look hard for silver linings from yesterday, but there are a couple there, and that's really how this team would ever kind of compete. For a playoff spot in the playoffs, it would have to be because the offense is suddenly firing on all cylinders, because the defense just, it has no recourse to get better. I mean, there's nobody coming back to save that team. They've got 3 major players out for the season. I guess there's a slight chance that Fred Warner could be back if they went into the playoffs.
Really?
But probably not. So it's really up to the offense to kind of save the day.
Talking with Matt Barrows from The Athletic, brought to you by Stockton Honda. Matt, I was going to ask you about that, kind of the playoff picture. I mean, look, there's a lot of football still to go, but this win-loss track the Niners have been on now for the first time in a while. If the playoffs ended today, they would be out of the NFC playoff picture. Again, there's a long way to go here. But, kind of where do you think they stack up? Because at times they can look like a team that belongs in that maybe top 4 or so in the NFC, but the defense now with the injuries that you're alluding to just feels like they might be a notch or 2 below the rest of that top group.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think they're very much third in their own division, and they'll be fighting for that Sunday in Arizona. Which one of us is third and which one is fourth? But yeah, I mean, I think that they're still in the running for those last, couple of playoff spots. It reminds me of a couple of playoff teams from last year. Remember all the injuries that the Detroit Lions had on defense? They lost their star pass rusher, and they were winning games. They won a lot of games, but they had to score 35, 40 points, including in a game against the 49ers late in the season to win. And then they go into the playoffs, and they're a surprise loss to the Washington Commanders. And I think the Washington Commanders are kind of similar to last year. They had a really good offense, a fantastic QB. Terry McLaurin was catching all sorts of great passes, but when they played a legitimate team, the Philadelphia Eagles, they had the doors blown off them. So I think that's who the 49ers are, and that's best case scenario. That's the offense really kind of bringing it up 1 or 2 more notches and being able to score 35, 40 points a game. But it's just very hard to see the defense stopping any offense of note at this point. Any quarterback worth his salt, I think, is going to have, at least at the very least, a lot of opportunities against this team.
Matt Barrows joining us. Matt, I just, this is one of those, you're around the team and you have a better feel for the team than anybody else on the face of the earth that isn't in those rooms every day. Mac Jones yesterday in the loss, 33 of 39, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and you heard some rumblings. Are we even okay? If a quarterback controversy is downtown Sacramento, are we even in Elk Grove?
Yeah, no, we're out in Placer County.
Okay.
I think.
Good reference.
Was it Pollock Pines? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh,
nice. There you go. Well done.
These are my Sac B days. Yeah, we're in Pollock Pines.
Okay.
I mean, I think everybody to a man appreciates Mac Jones, and he is really well liked within the locker room for sure. But I mean, Brock Purdy is just as, if not more, well liked. People like Brock Purdy, the playmakers on this team have all had career years under Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's made some guys a lot of money on this team. So I don't think that, if Mac Jones had, rallied the troops and come back and won that game 44-42, I think then it would be a question about who starts in Arizona. But I think that the loss, the level of the loss makes the transition back to Purdy a little bit easier. It's going to be happening on the road. It's in Purdy's home state of Arizona. So I think that it's probably going to be a Purdy game. We'll have to wait and see, like we have all year, about who's practicing on Wednesday, who's practicing on Thursday, yada, yada, yada. But it does seem as if a return to Brock Purdy is in the offing.
So you mentioned earlier about it being kind of that spot for third this week in a roundabout way here for the division with the Cardinals and the 49ers meeting for the second time this year. The first one came early. It was a weird game as well. The Niners did have Jones for that game. That was the game, if I'm not mistaken, that Bosa got hurt. It was low scoring, kind of a grind. How do you anticipate Sunday going in Arizona?
Yeah, they've had their share of injuries too, and they replaced their quarterback, or not replaced, but they put Kyler Murray on IR. So it's Jacoby Brissett and then some running backs that you've never heard of. They still have a tremendous tight end, and that was a big issue for the 49ers on Sunday. The Rams brought out 2, sometimes 3 tight ends, and the 49ers had really no answers for that. They scored a lot of touchdowns. They picked up a lot of first downs. So I think that's a question mark that the 49ers have to answer. I do think that, to your point, Jason, this has been a team that it's one of these kind of mid-level teams where they get embarrassed one week, and then the next week they rally and they show up and they play really well. So I expect that from the 49ers. I think the Cardinals lost in a blowout as well. So it'll be a test of that theory, who can circle the wagons better. But I think that the 49ers are more talented. Maybe this is the Ricky Pearsall week, although he's been out for so long now that even if he returned to practice, very hard to see him getting a full slate of snaps in the game. So it's probably basically the same offense that we've been seeing, but with Brock Purdy under center. But I do think that the 49ers absolutely capable of scoring 30, 35 points, and I think if they got to that number, they probably come out with a win.
Matt Barrow's joining us. The remainder of the schedule, and I know this is kind of a common theme here, it doesn't entirely blow you away, although there's a couple on there towards the end. You've got the Seahawks in division. You have the Rams in the division that are both doing well, and the Seahawks especially. It just seems after the trade deadline, you mentioned earlier why John Lynch probably didn't go full bore. This just seems like hey guys, sorry for the injuries, sink or swim, figure it out or don't figure it out. But at this point, I know publicly expectations are always Super Bowl, and I get it, but like internally, I gotta imagine they're being realistic there.
Yeah, I think so, and that's the fine line that they have to walk. Everything that they say is, we're fighting for this season. This season is important to us. We can still win, but everything they do is geared toward upcoming seasons. What they did in the off season, not going full bore for any real, nothing more than modest trade pickups. Keon White a couple weeks ago. I think that their eyes are firmly on 2026 and 2027, and that they kind of realize that the handwriting is on the wall for this season. It would take a bit of a miracle for them to do any damage. And they're not in the playoffs right now. They would barely make the playoffs. They probably have to go someplace like Philadelphia or Green Bay in the opening round. And
Green Bay's fine.
Very hard to see them winning there. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Green Bay. That's death, taxes. Go to Green Bay, a lower seed, and kick the hell out of them. Yeah, it's fine. I get it.
Matt, too, just on that note, as far as we were talking about the Niners in Arizona this week, it's also Seahawks and Rams. I know that's not the teams you cover, but you've seen both of them. That should be a good matchup. Who do you think wins that one in L.A. this weekend?
Yeah, somebody asked me that last night, and I picked the Seahawks, but not with a lot of confidence. I think it's that game's in L.A., right?
Yes.
Not that matters all that much, but I would still go with the Seahawks. I think that they're probably the more complete team. The defense is playing really well. They've got they did do a trade deadline and brought in a receiver. That was probably their one weakness, somebody to complement Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's a great game. I wish I could watch it on Sunday. It's going to be a battle for, it seems like the Seahawks, the Rams, the Eagles, and the Packers are probably the class of the conference right now.
Oh, you're the class of my conference, Matt. Anytime that conference is about the 49ers, best-selling books. And how's the book doing, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Book's doing great. Yeah, we're making a Christmas push, Christmas time push to get a few more sales in before the end of the year.
Okay. All right. Well, as we get closer, let's keep plugging it on the show. Let's get those numbers up, show the power of the program. I know you got a lot of longtime fans listening to you and always reading you as well at The Athletic, where you can subscribe. It's my subscription. I said to Sam Amick last week, just renewed last Tuesday for a full year, where you can get writers like Matt Barrow, Sam Amick, and so much more, even power rankings in all the sports, all for a low yearly price, Matt. We appreciate your time. As always, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, talk to you guys next week.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care. Bye-bye. I'm going to have a Christmas push.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll take a break. When we come back, What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. Remember, like on Silver Spoons or some of those other 80s type shows, they'd say, coming up next, a very special edition. This is a very special edition of What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing, because the UCLA women's basketball team is playing tonight at Golden One Center, and their head coach, Cory, is going to join us right after this.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts. This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Guys, don't propose with a ring that she didn't pick out. Trust us, she already has a ring in mind. So engage with Gage Diamonds, in person or online, where Gage's skilled ring designers will work with her to create the perfect setting, matched with the perfect stone. Gage specializes in exquisite lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
and gentlemen.
This is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
That's right. Thanks to our friends at Trex Decking and Railing. We've got a lot on deck for you tonight. You do have Monday Night Football with the Eagles at the Packers. A ton of basketball games. No Kings tonight, Dave, so you can kind of get back from your trip and kind of chill.
And those saying they wish the argument YouTube TV's having was with people carrying the Kings so they wouldn't be subjected to that. Like, come on. Got to watch them all. All right. Our next guest.
Yes.
We're very excited for this because tonight.
Big matchup.
National TV, Golden One Center.
Powerhouses.
You know, Jason, last year, all they did was go 34-3.
To the Final Four.
Final Four.
Yep.
This year, 2-0, including coming off a 37-point win over University of UC Santa Barbara, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, there's a connection there.
There's a little bit of a connection there. We're so honored and pleased to have joining us the head coach of the UCLA women's basketball team, Cory Close. Cory, it's Dave. It's Jason. Coach, how are you?
Great. How are y'all doing today? Great to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Well, we
welcome to Sacramento.
Welcome to Sacramento. First and foremost.
I'm a Bay Area kid, so I'm getting closer to you. So.
Before we get to tonight's game, which we will get to, by the way, tickets still available on the Golden One Center website. UCSB. Oh, let's see. I'm thinking Santa Barbara Gauchos. Do we know anybody that went to UCSB?
We do.
Oh, that's right. Katie spells her name a little weird, but Katie Christensen. Coach, Katie has been one of my best friends for a long, long time now, and I'm just. We need to know, what was she like to coach, and if you could, if there were any things you had to get on her for, any hijinks, any behavioral issues. Now this is the safe space to share it, Coach.
Yes.
Well, it was funny because there's 3 of us on my staff right now that coached Katie. So Tasha Brown, Tony Noonan, and Katie Christensen, Tony Noonan and Tasha and myself, and we all recruited and coached Katie. And last night we were at the Kings game. And we were seeing Katie down there, and we were like, this is just like when Tony and I went to Modoc County and recruited you. And
wow.
We were following you all around, and it was hilarious. But, Katie, what's amazing about her is she's a brilliant writer. She used to write a blog when she was actually an athlete there. And I was like, you need to be doing this. And I will tune in to Kings games just to listen to her, and I'm sort of like a proud mama listening to what she's doing there. But she was one of the most competitive. She could have gone anywhere in the country, and she's was just an incredibly aggressive player. But she was one of those few people who didn't care what anyone thought, and she sort of lives that way, right? As you guys could probably tell me.
Yes.
And so she just was like, fine, this is where I'm connected. I'm going to UC Santa Barbara. And at that time, there wasn't the biggest gap between mid-majors and Power Fours now. And she just, did everything she set out to do, from helping us win championships at Santa Barbara to the WNBA to all that she's doing now. So these pretty much, there's nothing, but I will tell you, she had the greatest recruiting story maybe I've ever had.
Okay.
It wasn't great at the time. But we went up and we thought we were closing the deal. Well, I didn't know this, but she had called my boss, Mark French, the night before and committed to him. But I didn't know. So Tony and I go up there, we follow her around, and everywhere we went, there was like an Oregon note card, a poster. Oh, you must be the whatever coaches. And we followed her around all day. And she was actually just like acted like a spoiled brat, like absolutely elusive and everything else.
Yep.
And we finally literally spend the whole day, and we go to her house for dinner. And she's like not even paying attention to us. And we've, done all this stuff. And And finally, she turned around and goes, "You guys can do whatever you want. I committed to Mark French yesterday." And I was like, "You have got to be kidding me." So she had literally planted all over the city these other things and then committed to us that night. So all that long answer to say, wow, I'm a huge Katie fan.
Well, you had to be. How did you recruit her in Modoc?
I was going to say,
out of nowhere.
Go left at the farm, right at the church. And probably the first recruit ever. What sealed the deal was like trading some cattle or something. If you've ever been up there, you know her dad, the ranch, the whole thing. That's the sticks.
Yeah. NIL might have looked a lot differently with her.
My goodness. As we talk with UCLA head women's basketball coach Cory Close. Coach, obviously you play a game like tonight with Oklahoma will be a test, a measurement for your program. But my goodness, your schedule for November, you've got Tennessee, Carolina, Texas. I'm assuming this was part of a grand plan that you really want to test your team early.
Well, yes, and nobody wants to play you when you're have this kind of roster, which is so interesting to me. So it was, yes. I'm not sure I would have maybe done 5 top 10 teams in the month of November. But the reality is, bring it on. It's going to be such a good barometer of where we are. We have, want to have national championship level habits. And, we never talk about the actual championship. We talk about the habits and the commitments that it's going to take to go there and stacking those level of days. And therefore, a national championship will be a byproduct of that. But I think that this is I have a very experienced roster. We're not totally healthy yet, but we have, a great core. And this is 2 heavyweight teams, both teams tonight that can shoot it, that have great post presence, the 2 probably best centers in the country. I have a great backcourt and 2 lead guards and Kiki Rice and Charlize Ledger-Walker. And then they obviously have Aaliyah Chavez. And so many amazing things, but this is the first of, 5 for us. And obviously right now, all I have my eyes on is Oklahoma. But I think if you really want to be challenged, I think one of the mistakes that we had last year is we had a big win against South Carolina early, and then we just kept winning. But maybe we weren't playing at the level we needed to. And if we're not playing at the level we need to this month, we're going to lose. And that's what you want. You want to have an accurate sense of the kind of consistency and attention to detail it's going to take in March to get what we want. So, it's going to be a challenge, but I think that we need that, and we need to be able to play with that target on our back. We were number 1 for 14 weeks last year, and the reality is we weren't playing our best in that time. And so I just think we need to really have this schedule teach us about the low margins that it really takes to go where we want to go, and I'm excited about it.
Coach, as we're talking to Coach Cory Close, the UCLA women playing tonight at Golden One Center, obviously these are champagne problems. We're competing for a national championship. We went 91-2 last year, Final Four, all that crazy stuff, right? But as a coach, how hard is – I don't want to say – national championship or nothing, but expectations weigh heavy on the head. How do you navigate that yourself with the team that, we want to win a national title, but there's a lot that goes with that too.
Yeah. That's my challenge as a leader is I made a real commitment to all of these families of these women that I've recruited is that a national championship will be a byproduct, but it will never be the definition of our success. And I have to work at that every day because I am incredibly competitive like the next person. But the reality is that banners do hang in gyms and rings collect dust. But who you become through this process and who you impact, you get to keep forever. And that needs to be my greatest commitment. I had the most unbelievable life-changing experience to be mentored by John Wooden for 15 years.
Wow.
And it changed my life as well as changed me as a leader. And my 4th day on the job here, I had met a lot of Coach Wooden's alums, but I had to meet with the Dribble for the Cure guy, John Bowley, and I didn't know him. And he walked across from me and he sat down and he goes, "I've been married 38 years because of what Coach Wooden taught me. I've started 3 successful businesses because of what Coach Wooden taught me. I've conquered cancer 3 times because of the strength Coach Wooden gave me." And then he said, "I survived the death of my 12-year-old daughter, Erin, because of the way Coach Wooden loved me." And then he goes, "Welcome back to the family. I'll see you at Dribble for the Cure." And he leaves. And I run over to the computer And I look him up, and he didn't even mention that he was a starting guard on 2 of Coach Wooden's national championship teams, and he played 7 years in the NBA, because it paled in comparison to the man he became. And so our commitment to our mission does not mean we're less competitive. It does not mean that we don't want that level of excellence. We just, I think, understand the order of events. The order is you coach people's hearts. The order is you love and lead them in a way that they get championship level habits. And we learn to, care about something bigger than ourselves. And then a byproduct of that is, oh, by the way, we won, a national championship, and hopefully get to come back to Sacramento for the regionals later on in March. But may that always be a byproduct, and may it always pale in comparison to the young women they're becoming. We want this to be a 40-year decision, not a 4-year decision. And a national championship or not will not change that this is a 40-year decision.
Hey, Jason, real quick, you've had mentors. I've had mentors.
Yeah.
We do Mount Rushmores all the time.
Yeah.
That might just be one person. If you could pick any mentor or their teaching of all time.
John Wooden.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And
based on what you just said, Coach, I'd like to announce I've just committed to the UCLA women's basketball program. I'm ready to play.
Well, and because you guys know Katie, I just was reminded of that last night, and then on top of that, another former player of ours at UC Santa Barbara was one of the refs out there. And so we're looking down there, and Sheree was reffing the game. It happens to be the one that we're here. And so she's waving to us from the court, and then Katie comes up during halftime and hugs us, and we're hearing about her kids, and then we met her husband and all the different things. And I just thought, that this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's not that Katie she was one of the best post players I've ever coached, and she's an incredible player. And all of that pales in comparison to relationships and coaching people's hearts. Coach Wooden used to say, Cory, you're not coaching people's jump shots, you're coaching people's hearts. But if you coach their hearts really well, usually their jump shots end up pretty good too.
Well, I got to say, last night, you guys were part of the festivities. It was a rough game, but when the Bruins got there for the sing-along, I know Lauren was in there. You had a bunch of your players. They nailed that, Coach, last night. They were awesome.
Yeah. I'm beginning to feel better about their careers after basketball. So there you go.
Well, look, Coach, first off, good luck tonight. I know you already have a ton of fans here, but you've made a ton more. Want to remind everybody, go to the Golden One Center website, on Twitter. There are seats still available. We want to get out there and just absolutely be noisy. And, Oklahoma's playing too, and they're pretty good. But obviously we know who we're rooting for. And I got to be honest, 10 out of 10 interview.
You wanted more dirt on Katie.
I would say this. Started out 1 out of 10 dirt on Katie. She brought it forward with the spoiled brat part.
Yeah, that was good.
That makes sense. Spoiled brat does what she wants. Doesn't care what other people think.
These are true.
Also a mean right hook, too, if you get out of line. But I guess, she's okay. I guess we can part ways by saying she's all right. We love her, I guess. So. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys
Thank you,
much
Coach.
for having me.
All right, Coach.
Okay.
See you tonight.
Bye-bye now.
Take care.
Yeah.
Good luck. Bye-bye. That's Coach Cory Close. Just wanted one,
the spoiled brat. That has legs.
I can live off of that. Yeah. I actually, when Katie comes on Wednesday, we're getting her version of that.
Oh, okay. Good.
And if her version departs in any way from Coach Close's version, she's basically calling the coach a liar.
Yeah, which we're not having that.
I was mentored for 15 years by John Wooden.
It sounds like John Wooden has mentored everybody.
Like that just that gave me chills just because you know what you don't ever hear is that the banjo player's Porsche outside. Okay. You also don't ever hear, I played for John or I was with Coach Wooden. It's kind of overrated.
Yeah.
You've never ever heard anyone in the world say Coach John Wooden's overrated.
Yeah.
Never. I wish I could have. Did you ever hear him speak? Did you ever have I've never asked you that.
No, not in person. Besides TV and all this. No.
Just imagine sitting like all these players and coaches and so many people that have been affected by him. Can you imagine just sitting on a chair next to him and hearing him? Remember I told you knowing Sir Patrick, right? I could hear him read the phone book.
Yeah.
I could listen to John Wooden. He could talk about toilets.
Yeah.
He could talk about a drain pipe, and I'd be like, I have never thought of a drain pipe like that in my life, just reading his books and watching his videos. So obviously there's a reason why these kids, these young ladies want to go and play for Coach Close, and John Wooden's influence continues generation. Talk about a legacy. Jeez. We'll take a break. When we come back, Crosstalk with Alan Stiles, celebrity birthdays. We wrap up the program right after this.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
on Sactown Sports 1140.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With a Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
At Bank of America, we're proud that more than 20,000 veterans and people with military backgrounds have joined our ranks since 2015. Now we're committed to adding 10,000 more over the next 5 years. By helping veterans achieve their career goals, we're moving from appreciation to action. And together, helping expand economic opportunity across America. Visit bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
We have breaking news. Breaking news?
Breaking news.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports Breaking News.
Brian Dable is taking his Dayball and going. Brian Dayball fired by the New York Giants. I'm not making light of it. Somebody lost their job, but also, I mean, come on, like he's getting paid. And I don't know why you fire him now though. Like, what are you doing? Hi, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
We need Alan's.
We want more Alan.
Hello.
Hey, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Hey.
Yeah, but
quarter
say what
zip.
you said before.
Alan in the quarter zip.
Yeah, my kiddo picked this out for me.
It's a nice shirt. I'm when I am on the East Coast, I'm a big quarter zip guy out there.
And then
Not out here.
I don't wear a lot of
You know,
quarters.
there's, we got the new big boss, and there's a lot of suits walking around here these days.
are.
And today, I just happened to wear this.
Yeah.
A lot of suits because last week I had the Oscar the Grouch socks on, right? So I had on joggers, some Fabletics joggers. You know, I'm looking for my deal from Kevin Hart.
Joggers.
And I pulled up my socks to show my toddler, hey, I got on Oscar the Grouch socks, right? And, we have the new big boss, and he's still new, so we're getting used to it. So I pulled up the socks to show her, and then I just went to work, went about my business, didn't realize they were pulled up because, we're sitting down.
Yeah.
So I go downstairs to say what's up. Second time I'm meeting the guy, and, the top, it's business on top. And then he says, hey, Alan, good to see you. Then I just see him slightly look down, and my ankles are still pulled up, Oscar the Grouch socks.
Well, a couple market managers ago, we had one that would give you the full, and by you I mean anyone, the full head to toe look.
Yeah, it was constant evaluation.
Evaluation.
Oh, you wore that today?
Yeah,
huh?
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that I still had them pulled up, and so now I'm trying to make up for it. So I'm dressed all the way down.
When I was in sales for that year, when I was having Avery, those are nice socks.
These are Smurf socks, but I'm gonna make sure if I already saw him today. It was pulled down.
Okay.
Pulled down.
Okay. What? Okay. When I was in sales for that year, one time I wore slacks, and I wore a mock turtleneck tucked in with a belt and a sport jacket to work, and he absolutely went in on me for not wearing a tie. And my whole thing was like, dude, like not.
Different day and age now.
Yeah, right. But back then, it was like, sometimes I feel it looks better than a tie.
Yeah, we had this conversation a couple weeks ago, and if you're talking about the same person, Dave, that person, I had shorts. It was in the summer.
Yeah,
it was in the summer, and he's, Alan, I didn't know you wore shorts. Sometimes I'm like, well, not every day, but
that was code for something else.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
So Dave, real quick, Jason, I had this conversation going. It's is it wedding? Yeah, wedding. I think it's wedding season. Wedding season, or we just missed wedding season. Whatever, it's upon us, right? And I had a conversation with my buddies because I went dress pants. This is a while ago. Dress pants, button down, tie, no jacket. They told me that it would have been better to go. You could go dark jeans, button down, jacket, no tie. That would be considered more dressed up.
Button down tucked, I assume?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes. But I had on button down, dress pants, tie, no jacket.
So everything but the jacket.
Yeah.
Yes, and they said, no, Alan, if you wear a jacket, you can wear even dark jeans.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can, but I don't know which one's dressier.
I thought the tie.
I gotta
in
be
the
honest.
hierarchy.
I gotta be honest. Look, and I'm not Mr. Fashion guy, but this type of stuff I kind of understand. If you'd have worn a jacket, no tie, top shirt, top button unbuttoned, what your issue was, you wore a tie, a button up tucked in, you look like a telemarketer. That's a telemarketer.
But what's the difference if you wore
I look like Adam Schefter.
If you wore the jacket, but now the wedding's going and it's like it's hot,
It's coming
and so
off
the
anyway.
jacket's
It was
across
just the
your
beginning.
chair.
And that's fine because then you can put it over your shoulder. You can
I
put
was
it
getting
back
roasted.
on.
I got roasted. They said no jacket, Alan. I said I got a tie.
You loosen the tie, button up. But if you're wearing just a button up tucked in and a tie, hi, ma'am, I want to talk to you about your siding.
And I never did it again. They roasted me.
My opinion.
They roasted me. No, you're on the right side.
I would say jacket, either mock turtleneck or just mock neck there, long sleeve with jeans.
Mock
great.
neck.
Mock neck.
Sneakers even. Great.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's on me.
Hey, look, nothing says family and friends like sharing a crumble cookie and listening to celebrity birthdays. Hey, you ever telemarket? Yeah, I have. Goes better with crumble cookies and milk. Back to you.
Facts. I'm anxious to hear how you guys do here because we don't have Chris today.
Yes, we have a chance.
The movie section is available now. Guys, on this date, in what year did Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls come out?
I love that movie so much, dude. 1995.
94.
96.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Carmichael Dave, 1995.
When he's squeezing out of the element. Sorry.
How about maybe a show we all watched at one point, but nobody knows when it came out? Sesame Street.
Oh.
On this day,
1967.
71.
75.
What'd you say?
I think I said 67.
And 71. We have a tie. 1969.
Oh, great year.
How about the movie The Polar Express?
Oh.
I'm just going to go, I'm going to channel Conan O'Brien. In the year 2000. You get that reference at all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Back to you.
2000. That seems early.
Okay.
I'm going to say
05. Sorry, Marcus corrected me. It was a rhino, not an elephant. Yeah, sorry. My bad.
I think 06.
Alan is closest, 2004.
Ooh.
Come on.
Happy birthday to Tracy Morgan.
Oh.
Why? Oh.
No.
What? Tracy Morgan?
Yeah, no.
Tracy is 59.
Oh. 57.
I think 63.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Alan
Wow,
Stiles.
2 in a row.
Happy birthday, Sinbad.
Oh.
Is there a Sin good?
We don't know.
No.
Shazam.
Sinbad is... Oh, dude, I think he's old.
Wait,
Sinbad is 72.
Chris isn't here today. That's our guy from Jingle All the Way.
No.
72?
What's the movie everybody thinks Sinbad's in, but he's not?
Is
that what it is?
Shaq
Oh,
one.
okay, got it.
I don't know if it's Shazam, because Shazam's the other one. But, yeah.
Okay.
He said 72.
How old was he in Jingle All the Way? That was 20 years ago. It's probably
more than that.
More than 20, yeah. Like 96.
30 years ago.
I can't. Would you say 74?
72.
I can't do that.
72.
69.
68.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Alan Stiles. 2 in a row.
Oh, no, that's not
No, I just
he got
close.
the other one.
Oh, 3 or 4.
All right.
Okay.
We were talking about him in the break.
Oh,
Teddy
no.
Two Gloves.
No.
Teddy Bridgewater. Dave is also Two Gloves.
I am. Let's see. Teddy Bridgewater went to Louisville, I think. Did you know it?
It's pronounced Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Got the cruise control set at 35. Teddy B is 33.
Teddy B is 33. I like that.
Yeah, I think he's right. He's just slightly younger than me. I think Dave is right on 33,
Say
to be
it.
honest with you. I'm going to say 33. 34. I don't think he was only a year younger.
Okay, but which one?
33.
2 33s.
32.
Okay, I was going to say this. I'm going to stick with 33, but if I had to change my answer, I would have said 34.
Okay. We have a correct answer, and it goes to both of you guys.
Hey.
That's 3 in a
Come
row.
on.
No one's ever done 4. So I'll give you the pick.
Okay.
Get out of the way.
Tommy Davidson, Emmanuel Acho, Isaac Bruce, Dante Stallworth, Kendrick Perkins, Mike McCarthy, Les Miles.
Oh, my God.
To get 4 in a row.
Come on, Tommy Davidson. I'm running things.
Walter Goggins, Ellen Pompeo.
Emmanuel Acho.
Okay. To become, unofficially, I think the first to get 4 in a row.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just assuming he's around my age. I'm going to say he's maybe slightly older. Barely. I'm going to say 37.
Okay.
Emmanuel Acho is 36.
35.
We have a correct answer.
No way.
No way.
4 in a row. Does he do it? No.
Oh.
Anthony got it. Anthony.
No one's ever
Come
done
on.
it. And to this day.
You got me good.
Well, you know what you can do? You can talk about your show coming up. What's happening?
Yeah, so
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making